The Wild Wild West.
Yo.
Yeah, we're on our podcast shit. Yeah, we hit again.
You could have jumped into Cypher, bro.
The Cypher was crazy.
It's
I watched it because everybody was going after Ian,
Yeah.
which is a tough rap name.
Ian's tough.
Ian's
a tough name, honestly. Ian's a tough name.
But the rest of his squad in that Cypher, they weren't fucking doing anything to make him look.
Nah.
He was fine.
I mean, I hate to say it, but rap's getting so bad. I think black kids have to pick up trumpets again. It's time to fire up jazz 2.0. Rap's so bad. It's like, dude, grab a trombone. You'll be ready for the next. You'll catch the next wave.
Yeah,
That's a fair assessment.
We might have gotten old and dislike it, but
for sure.
I would finally reached that. But this is how our dads and uncles felt.
True.
You'd play any rap and they'd be like, "What the fuck?
Yeah, true.
That sucks. Turn that off." We finally reached that age.
Yeah,
It's about time. I'm too old to be.
Dude, I've been on this kick. I've been on this kick forever. Working out though, I would listen to rap, and now even working out, I'm like, shit, it's just so negative, man. I'm like I'm just like, what the fuck am I listening to? It's like, I'll kill you and do this, and I'll just kill all your friends. It's like, dude, enough.
It's like, I'll fuck a bitch. I don't care about her.
Yeah.
Come in her face and kick her out of my fucking house.
Dude, it's got to really start to kind of program. It's got to program you after a while.
Yeah, I've been on my Britney shit.
It definitely,
programming.
I think it definitely ruined my 20s. I could have died because of it in my 20s.
You were living the life, though.
I truly was.
Yeah.
And it would
you
be
were Rugrat.
And I was a young Rugrat. Yeah. It is tight. When you're like up to no good and listening to rap, it's a potent mix. You're just like, yeah, dude, this is all about me, and I'm doing the it's weird, man. I don't know. It's a negative thing. I was talking to Pat George though about. Did you ever catch amateur rap? Like an open mic for rap?
Yeah, kind of.
So awkward, dude. When like those dudes don't have full confidence yet. It's just a really weird thing to see.
Oh, you mean live?
Yes. I've seen rap open mics and they're like, it's just awkward to watch. It's like a comic who doesn't know how to do it. But rap it's all about like having supreme confidence.
Yeah, it's tough.
You don't have it yet.
When you're new and no one knows who you are.
Yeah.
Like I went to a rap concert and the opening act was so bad.
Yeah.
Because they're up there bragging about how successful they are. It sucks. This guy fucking blows.
It's such a, at least stand up if you bomb, you're like, I tried it, I bombed, I walked away. If you put out like the mixtape and it's so bad and you just go back to work, that fucking sucks.
It sucks. Maybe that's why they're so ornery when they make it.
True.
You guys, what the fuck? That was embarrassing.
True.
I was so humiliated for so long. Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Stand up though, and you bombing and going back to work is fucking crazy.
Oh yeah.
But you do get to kind of brag to everybody, like, yeah, I do comedy.
Yeah, true.
I do stand up.
I think it's a bit of a process, man.
Yeah.
Just figuring it out. You've just been bombing.
I did a show last night. It was awesome. Just fucking bombed in front of 4 other comedians. Yeah, that's good stuff.
Thing last night was pretty risky. Yeah, the crowd was like, all right on it. So it's just 3 people staring at you, waiting to go on. Dude, I was bugging out today. I was like sitting there being like, damn, dude, I've been like kind of chilling. I haven't been bugging out in a while. And I was like, it's pretty good. Then I started like going through my day, like what I've been up to. And I like, once I like itemized it, I was like, what the fuck? I sprang out of bed at like 6 a.m., sprinted 300 meter. I was doing 300 meter sprints. Got back, researched the Aztecs, and then like smoked a cigar listening to like new Carlos Santana on the way here. And I was like, what the fuck am I doing?
That's good stuff.
I thought so.
That's good, dude.
But when I broke it down thing by thing, I was like, oh my God, this makes no sense. My day makes zero fucking sense.
You're fucking nuts, dude. You didn't know you're nuts. You call me and tell me about the things you're doing, and I'm just like, yeah, dude, that's great. You're like, yeah, I got to race my cousin in Atlantic City in a year. I'm training my fucking ass off. That's sick. Clearly on the juice.
Still not on the juice. I'm ready, dude. I'm telling you, we got to get more plays, more dates. If I get completely caught as a liar, that would be kind of funny.
That'd be sick.
It's like you're clearly.
You'd have to challenge. You'd have to go straight to Rogan.
True.
I'm gonna beat your fucking ass, dude.
I'd have to get arrested for threatening Rogan just to save face for my family.
You could honor your family by getting every bone in your body broken by Joe Rogan.
I mean,
yeah, I hit again.
Who among us doesn't want that?
To just get shattered by Joe.
Just to tell him an interesting thing and then have him like rip your neck off. And then
It could happen in that green room.
Yeah, he'd be like, well, I never thought of that.
In that green room, you could get it.
True.
You got to watch out what you're saying.
True.
Say the wrong thing, he'll get you.
He'll fucking snap your neck.
I saw he beat up Lemaire the other day. That's why Lemaire's in the brace.
No. Stuff Lemaire in the
Got
trash
leg
can.
locked.
Lemaire, what's up with the brace, man? What happened?
I've been trying to be active. I played racquetball, and that was a mistake. It's too much lateral move. I hit the shit out of it. Well, I'll be honest. I think it was from the Sunday when we were doing when I was doing flips in the pool. I nailed a perfect backflip, and then it just
This pool?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was pretty great.
It's a pretty shallow pool, too, dude. That's a little risky.
Well, he was landing flat. He wasn't
Like a
hitting-
leaf. Probably landed like a leaf
he
on the water.
drifted down nicely.
That's pretty cool with the backflip. Is that like wrestling moves or like is that just backflips?
just
or like
backflipping. You
Nice.
know, just need to flip.
That's awesome,
Having a good time.
dude. I'm all for it, man. Push your body to the limits. That's what I'm up to right now. Push your body.
A cigar.
Smoking a cigar on the way. Listen, new Carlos Santana fucking
You
crushes
gotta stop those cigars, dude.
every now and again.
You gotta race.
It's no problem.
Okay.
My cardio's at an all-time high.
Those stogies could come back to haunt you.
I'll see if the numbers start to reflect it. Obviously, I would consider, but it's just
Right now, the numbers are true to roof.
6:45 mile time.
And
Shit,
how
shit,
long is the
15
race?
seconds. 1 mile.
Oh, you guys are doing a mile
Yeah.
race, dude. That's
On
gonna
the beach.
suck so fucking bad.
I love it, dude.
No, I'm just saying it's gonna be really, really hard.
Oh, it'll be really. It's got to be hard sand. I'm not doing fucking soft sand.
A mile on the damn, dude.
Is what it is. Bare feet, obviously. Bare feet, mile in the sand.
Navy SEAL shit.
I mean,
You and Hoss, you
said
guys are gonna be pushing each other to the limit.
Haas is pretty. He's a really competitive guy.
Yeah,
I told you he would
might die
challenge.
trying.
I think one of his sisters coached either college or there's like college field hockey for girls or high school, and Haas would like demand races with the teammates. So I'm dealing with a real competitor.
Yeah, it's gonna be a battle.
It'll be fun. It'll be the day. It'll be like the day before the show too. I'm gonna be shattered for the show. So I'm
Shattered.
But other than that, dude, the XXL thing was nice.
Yeah,
I'm glad you saw my boy Rugrat. I've been rooting for him for a while on YouTube.
I came back from doing stand up last night after I had a couple drinks and then tossed that on. I was just sitting here in the dark, like, the fuck? I was furious. The dancing in the background was so embarrassing.
How long do you
dancing.
think you could rap dance for? 'Cause I feel like you would run out of like things to do after.
They
a
did
while.
the same thing every time.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that would be cool though, just to take like
What?
that is good stuff. You,
You guys should just stand behind us during the podcast.
just do gestures. Yeah,
It's pretty
dude.
good.
That would be nice though.
actually
Just
really
eating like 5 perks and wearing a leather jacket and just kind of like
Yeah, I'm jealous.
swaying around. Yeah, it'd be kind of
I'm
fun.
jealous of the confidence.
Yeah.
Even that little fucker came in there and
Little boy.
that little fuck came in and said some nasty shit. He was talking about killing people and
He was a
killing
bad-
your
he was a
friends
bad
and
little boy.
spitting at your funeral. Like, he was a
Yeah.
nasty little fuck.
He was a bad little boy.
He's terrifying.
He really does.
He's a really scary kid. He's fucking Chucky.
That would suck if that kid killed you.
Yeah, he'd be so mean about it.
Yeah.
He said he was going to choke your OG at the.
Dude, that was very disrespectful. I mean, who's your OGs? Which of your OGs could he choke?
True, he's gonna have to get Rogies, dude. He's gonna fuck him up, dude. Some little kid trying to get a rear naked on Rogies. He's gonna fucking spaz on that kid.
Yeah, but sometimes though these kids will get like pressed on because then someone will be like, "All right, this kid has said whatever," and they'll get like YouTube videos where guys come up and like, "I'm gonna smack the fuck out of you." It happened. There was this little white kid we were watching. He's a bad little boy as well. He's a similar build. He's like very alarmingly small and
Yeah.
young, saying the most horrible stuff. And someone came up to him in a convenience store. Was like, "What the fuck do you say about the Norteños?" And he was like, "Yo, dude, chill, dude."
Fuck.
Little Bart Simpson, dude.
They
He's
gotta
like,
stop going to gas stations.
I mean,
Just stop going.
you can't. The day you stop going to the gas station as a rapper is the day you're not legit
You
anymore.
can't go to the gas station
You
anymore.
got to show out at the gas station.
There's guys just waiting for you at the gas station. It's fucking crazy. They go, there's that fucker I saw on the internet talking shit. I'm gonna slap him.
Yeah,
It
hanging
compliments
out.
the Norteños.
It's true. Hanging out at the gas station is frowned
That's
upon. I
think
think
about that
universally.
day. Think about replaying like the way you thought about
Yeah.
your day. Just being like, what did I do today? Oh yeah, I went to the gas station and slapped a kid. Shit.
It is cool to go to the gas station and be like, all right, this is very important. I gotta
important
dominate the
business.
social scene at the gas station.
I got to pick up my Migos chips.
I gotta see if I have any foes here at the BP.
There are some foes.
There could be some foes at the BP. You gotta watch out.
You got to bite your thumb at them.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it is. I don't know. It could be. Is it me getting older? Is it us getting older? Or is rap starting to become like genuinely a ridiculous caricature? And it's just like, dude, it just, I don't know. It just looks fucking insane.
Yeah.
But kids love it. Kids think that shit's cool.
I like hip hop.
Yeah.
I like real hip hop. I'm a hip hop head.
Are you all about the resurgence of all like the old guys coming around, like the dudes like when we were younger that are coming back and making comebacks now?
Who's making comebacks?
I feel like Jim Jones right now. Jim Jones.
I haven't been following Jim.
You got to follow Jim Jones.
Clips
Yeah,
never really left. Oh, well, I guess Clips left. Pusha T never
took a
left.
little break. Yeah, true.
Yeah.
But also they took a break. They weren't like,
Yeah.
yeah. So they're all coming back now. Jim Jones said he could spank Nas. That's a big thing.
He could what?
He said he would crush Nas. He's like, Nas sucks. It's kind of nice.
I like it.
Yeah, it's just fucking.
I like it.
Just trying to get traction online. It's really funny.
So what else is going on?
You know what? I'll be honest, man. Not much.
Nothing.
Yeah, just been trying to write a new hour of stand up. I thought I had it half an hour in the bag. I went to Creek and Cave last night. That was
Run it again.
I'm gonna run it back for show.
Run it
but
back.
It was not the best. It was fun. I think my energy sucked. I was tired. I'm always so tired when I go to the Creek.
You
and
wake
Cave.
up at 6 a.m. and sprint.
True. I think
It's fucking exhausting as hell, dude.
yeah, that's a good point. That's a fair point. Yeah. Actually, that day yesterday, you know what I did yesterday? I rode my bicycle to the gym, which was about a couple miles on Airport Boulevard, which is not bike friendly, by the way. I was riding the bike like a crackhead in the middle of like.
Was it you that was just saying there's so many people riding bikes on highways? Somebody was just complaining about this. They probably saw you.
Dude,
They're like, something's weird about Texas. That people have no problem riding a bike on a fucking major road.
Dude, I did it yesterday. I was riding a bike. You know, like crackheads are no rules on the bike?
Yeah.
I was a full no rule crackhead on the bike yesterday because it was like the sidewalks are completely overgrown. So I hit like the middle lane where like people from this side can come into it.
Yeah.
They call it the suicide lane. I was like, fuck it. I'll just barrel down on my bike. And I was like, once other cars started coming, I was like, yo, this is so fucking dangerous. And I just tried to go as fast as I could and eventually got on the sidewalk. It was just like,
What are you doing?
I just wanted to take a bike ride to the gym. So then I did that. That was not a good idea. I'll never take that way ever again. So then I went down to the gym, full workout, and then I had to take an alternate route. So I had to ride my bike just purely uphill for 3 miles. Got back, took a 3-hour nap. I recovered, obviously.
Sick.
Went to the catabolic
Recovery
phase.
is the most important part.
Obviously, it's most
I mean,
important.
that's where I'm at. I'm just strictly recovery. Full recovery mode. I'm ready to come out of my shell.
You got to get the hyperbaric chamber. I don't know what that does.
Sleeping.
LeBron sleeps in a hyperbaric chamber.
Fall asleep for too long. Just die in a chamber.
No, it's the hyperbaric. I think the hyperbaric chamber, you can lay in it. If people are making accusations about you being in Diddy parties, they just bounce off the hyperbaric chamber. You just lay in it for 3 weeks. But yeah, dude, I don't know what the fuck. I've really just been chilling, man. I've been on my fucking super regimented. I just like wake up.
Yeah.
Right?
You're a freak.
Writing a radio play, obviously. I can't give too many details. I'm excited
That's
about
gonna
that.
be good.
The radio play should be sick. I'm trying to get back to it, man. I've been so freaking busy. You don't have any free time. When you have kids, you have literally zero fucking free time.
That sucks.
Well, then you appreciate your free time. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So when I get an ounce of free time, dude, it's like it's
the
so
best.
it's so sweet.
Yeah.
Like you don't realize you're swimming in it to the point where you're like, what am I even doing? And it's like literally being surrounded by gold and just being like, this stuff's all over the place. It's annoying. It's like, dude, it's the fucking best.
Yeah. I remember the first time I got free time. It was right when I quit football.
Yeah.
And all my friends went to practice. And I just sat in the dorms, played Xbox, and I was like, this kind of sucks.
Yeah, once you
I
have
don't really cherish it as much as I used to. Yeah.
That's what happened to me. Once I started selling weed and I didn't have a job, I remember being like, this is the best. And after like 6 months of that, I was like, oh man, this is not good for me at all. What time does the strip club open? Can I go during the day?
Time to go get a sandwich at the strip club. I'll get lunch there.
That was one. That's, I'm glad I figured that out about myself, that I wasn't like a solo strip club guy. There was a moment where I was like, dude, It's part of the life, dude.
Solo strip club guy is tough.
Hit the strip club by myself on a Tuesday night with all the other gangsters, and they're there, dude. And they're
waiting for you.
Oh, there's real.
There are foos.
There's a lot of foos and a lot of scary guys. They go. What time is it? All right, we're gonna leave the BP, head down to Club Wizards right now. Yeah, it was like genuinely scary going down there. Stripper girlfriend, not for me. I'll tell you that much.
No, that'd be tough.
Yeah, turns out they're not your girlfriend. They just come get money off you every now and again. You go, hey, thought we had something. Damn. Just give them $100. You go, all right, well, Tuesday, can we hang?
Can we hang out again?
Chill.
It's like, yeah, I'm here. You know I'm here. This is where I'm working.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
Yeah, stripper girlfriend, not for me.
Would a OnlyFans girlfriend count as a stripper girlfriend?
Nah, not really. Because I feel like
That's
they're
like a porn star girlfriend then.
Yeah, they're slightly different. Stripper girlfriends are a little more in the mix. You know what I mean? OnlyFans. I'm like terrified of that actually.
The OnlyFans girlfriend?
Yeah, man. Like all that shit that happened with Shannon Sharp.
Yeah.
He fucking. They said, I don't know if it's true. Obviously, this is alleged, but they're trying to say he paid $50 million to that girl. For what? You got to ask Unc. I don't know what they did in that bedroom. Allegedly, he just BF'd her. He sodomized her. He BF'd her. 50 mil,
You
dude.
had a BF on her?
Allegedly, that's what they're saying. Allegedly hit her with the BF, and she was like, "I don't want to do the BF." And he goes, "Don't be stupid."
Don't be stupid.
Something like that. I don't know what he
Don't be
said.
stupid. I don't know. I don't want to BF. He goes, don't be a fool. What are you, stupid? Yeah, we're going to BF. Come on.
So I don't know. I don't know if the whole thing was a setup. I don't know what happened. But yeah, to answer your question, I would run from OnlyFans girls.
50 mil seems...
The Times of India says it's not 50 million.
Times of India. What the fuck do they know about it?
Times of India knows everything.
That's probably the front page article. Oh my god. He went for the BF.
Read all about it. Onk.
Onk is wildin'.
Onk with the most expensive BF. The finest BF. That's got to be one of the most expensive BFs of all time.
For sure.
50 mil BF?
50 mil BF is crazy, bro. Because that's the thing, man. OnlyFans girls have combined their pussy with the bag. And that's the scary, especially when they're going like online. It's like, dude, imagine how easy that would be. I mean, it sucks, obviously like having to show, your butthole and vagina to
genitals.
strangers. But once you get over that and it's just like, sky's the limit, man. You can make so much fucking money.
I saw a video yesterday of this girl. She does a podcast. She's an OnlyFans lady. She does a podcast with her brother. And she was like, "Why do you hate me?" And he was like, "You've ruined my life."
I saw that.
Yeah, it was a real heartbreaking video.
I saw that. It was terrible. And she was like, "Oh my God, shut up."
Damn.
He's got to fight back. He's got to do OnlyFans.
Yeah, true.
To that young boy out there, listen up.
Yeah.
Turn 18, obviously, so you don't get the podcast in trouble. Then, I mean, I'm talking just
Girls wouldn't care about that.
your brother.
No revenge.
I don't know, but
An OnlyFans lady, a sister, OnlyFans sister. You think
Okay.
she's going to be like, I
What
don't
it-
like it? She's going to be like, I love it. I love that. That's kind of gay that you're doing that.
But here's the thing: now again, I would never tell anyone to do this, but he is fighting a war. So what if his OnlyFans was dedicated to gooning to her content? We're fighting a fucking war here, dude.
That is how you win the war.
That's how you win the war. Look, man.
It's a war of attrition.
It's a total war
You go,
of
we're both going to lose here. You're going to lose more. I'm jacking off to your
And
stuff.
you leave your door locked so your parents catch you over and over and over.
Stop gooning.
We don't talk about her anymore. Stop gooning to her on your OnlyFans.
That's a tough one.
So your dad has to fire back.
Yeah, now he's on top.
He's gooning to your goon. He has to goon to your goon. Yeah,
It is a Mexican
It's a
goon-off.
Mexican goon-off for sure. I mean, that's horrible, dude. If your sister, and especially if you're a little boy, if we're men now, if our sisters decided to do online content of that nature, it'd be like, look, man, like it's not, you can't hurt me. It would, I wouldn't be happy about it. But as a little boy in high school, that would
Fart
be
McGuire.
Simon Sosa.
Simon Sosa, Fart McGuire, just going crazy.
Yeah, I wonder. I don't really.
That's so bad.
I wonder, like realistically, what is the pressure on young college babes to OnlyFans now? I imagine it's not that crazy to hear they have them. You know what I mean? And it's not good, man. It is the bag. But if daddy finds out, you got your OnlyFans has to pop off. Same thing. If you have like a half-ass OnlyFans and daddy finds out, now your apartment doesn't get paid for, that's trouble.
I don't think there's a lot of strict dads though. If your daughter's even considering the OF,
Yeah.
it's probably like a cool party dad. It's probably like he probably is like, yeah, she's so hot. Yeah, I love hanging out with her friends. Yeah, you guys can drink. Yeah.
Fair point. Yeah, I mean, that all starts at home, man. That has to be snuffed out at every second. You know what I mean? Just be like, look, I'm glad you guys
My
are
parents
jumping
encouraged it.
OnlyFans?
They tried to get me. They're like, you know what you should do? My dad sat me down. I was like, Shane, I'm telling you, there's a lot of money out there. There's guys that pay. I talked to some guys down at the Elks. They asked if you had any content online. What the heck? Just do it.
That was tough. During the first years of the podcast, it was tough with both of our dads being like, what the fuck are you doing? Why don't you guys just jerk off on camera? And I'm like, guys, I have dreams of comedy. And they're like, come on, guys. All of our
Just
friends.
jack off. All of our buddies are waiting for you boys to just rip your slacks off and crank one out on a webcam.
I mean, it's got to be such a heartbreak, man. You're just at work. One of your friends is like, yo, dude, I don't know
I
what
got
to
some
tell
bad
you.
news.
I got some bad news for
Bad
you.
news for you.
Yeah.
Great news for us.
I mean, that's the day the FAP dies. It has to be the day the FAP dies. You go, guys, you go, hey, man, I hate to bring it to you. We're going to keep on fapping, but I don't think you can fap.
I'm out. I'm done
You're tagged out.
fapping. Yeah.
That little boy, the FAP has died for him, dude. Imagine at 12, the FAP dying for you. You can't. There's no way you can go on porn. There's no way you can look at it anymore. Also, dude, I read a Twitter thread about porn recently where they were saying, like, I don't know how true this is, but they were like, porn's even more fake than you think. Like, they'll film for like 4 hours for a 20-minute scene. He said according to this thing, again, check the numbers yourself. He was like 88% of the porn stars, male and female, are on like a combination of like Xanax, painkillers, just to like get through it, because they say like it actually hurts. You got to do it for so long, and every second, like every reaction you see on a woman is a director being like, all right, open your eyes like that, and they'll film, okay, got it, do this, do that, and it's just just fucking fake as hell. It's not even real.
You want real lovemaking?
I want real lovemaking.
Yeah.
Did you ever search that out?
Real lovemaking?
Yeah, like real, like passionate porn for girls.
Yeah, I didn't seek it out, but I've come across it.
Same.
Yeah.
But then it's like, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah.
Let me go kiss my wife. Why am I watching
Kiss her on the cheek and just
sex?
go, I love you so much, honey.
Yeah, man, I don't know.
Get her some flowers. She's like, what's this for? Nothing.
Don't worry about it.
I was jacking off to some weird shit earlier. I just love you and the kids so goddamn much. I shouldn't have been jacking off like that.
Yeah, that'd be nice to send your like wife or girlfriend flowers at work. Like, oh my god, what'd you get? And inside is like, I gooned to the most ridiculous,
vile
heinous thing.
shit.
I love you so much, babe. Please, I fucking love you. Forgive me. Yeah, one of my friends just showed me there's an app where you can make it. It's called a Covenant Eyes or something, where like fathers and their sons can have like a mutual kind of like privacy thing on, not privacy, like, so like you and I could share our like web histories, and it's called Covenant Eyes. So like that way we can
not
see,
jack off?
Yeah, we can see each other's web history
That's
at all
fucking
times.
crazy.
There's fathers
dude.
doing that with
There's
their sons.
Weird ass fucking dads.
I mean, bro, it's
Covenant with your son to
Covenant. Where you
Bro.
can, because it's so funny, because when you fall, it's got to be like, yo, I'm so sorry.
Son, we're done using that. I trust you.
It does seem like a weird inverse of dads that get hookers with their son, because you should just like completely separate those two realms.
Yeah.
But yeah, being like, look, I see your history, you see my
Damn,
history.
I might sign up for that and not tell Phil. Just so I can see what he's up to. Just call him and go, yo.
Covenant
Just keep
Eyes.
fucking with him.
You could put Covenant Eyes on his phone. So easy.
Yeah, he wouldn't know.
You might do. Let me
Yeah,
see
dude,
that.
why did you Google boobs? He definitely searches porn like a fucking fifth grader. Sex, big boobs. Yo, Phil, what the fuck was that?
Every time it comes up, call him like, yo,
What are you doing?
Just catch him mid-fap.
Just don't tell him ever. Just call him every time he jacks off.
What are you doing, man? Where you at?
Nothing. Yeah, that's a nice
Do you
trick.
answer the phone mid-fap, or do you go to voicemail?
Straight to voicemail. And the pickup during the FAP is nutty.
I've done it.
We've all done it.
Yeah, we've
all done it.
Hello?
No one's above it.
You just got your eye on that minimized video, like, don't you fucking
Don't go
dare.
anywhere.
Don't you fucking dare. Yeah, getting covenant eyes would be nice. Or just be like, Dad, I want to lock us in a bond for life.
Yeah, I'm
Let's
just going to
enter the
download it on his phone.
That'd be so crazy.
See what he's looking at.
That would be so fucking funny. And then what you should do is catch him a bunch of times, then fire something, because it'll come up on his phone if you fire something up.
Yeah.
Just fire something up heinous where he's like, what the every time he's doing it, just fire one up and gets a notification. Like, what the fuck? Just vid sync with him. That's where it'll all go. You don't just vid syncing with your dad. That's what happens on Covenant Eyes.
Yeah, you end up going, check this shit out.
Yeah.
Paul, I found it. Check this shit out, Dad.
I mean, you could really shepherd your dad into like internet porn probably in a way that would blow his mind.
Yeah, you could show him the way.
You could.
You could Sacagawea.
Although it would probably be like that biblical story where didn't like Moses' son see him naked and he was like, get out, get out. I think Moses got caught fapping in a tent. His sons had to leave. I think that's why there's like not peace in the Middle East, because aren't they both like descendants of like Ham and Japheth or whatever? Because I feel like the Muslims aren't they like descendants of like Ham, and then like the Israelites are descendants of Japheth or some, so, you know, that might be why those two brothers split, because Moses was fapping.
I think the Israelites are sons of Judah, the true sons of Judah.
What do you mean?
The Israelites? I thought they were the sons of Judah, the true sons of Judah.
Yeah, but there was like, do you ever read the beginning of the Bible? There's like 40,000 names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like 40,000 Jewish dudes.
Yeah.
And you're like, you must know these names. But yeah, the tribe split. I'm telling you, there was 3. It could just be folklore, obviously, but
Not
yeah,
if
Muslims
it's in Genesis, dude.
Huh?
Not if it's in Genesis.
true that.
It says the Israelites are descendants of Jacob.
Jacob. What are the Muslims descendants of?
Ibrahim.
Ishmael. Okay. My bad. They were.
Yeah.
Abraham was in there, but I think the Muslims, you know, we used to be fucking trees 5 million years ago. So you believe that?
Fucking trees.
Do you know that?
What, we
They
used to
said
be
our
plants?
DNA like split from trees. Yeah, like fucking 5
We was
bazillion
trees.
years. We was trees,
We
bro.
was trees back in the day.
We was breathing motherfucking carbon dioxide and shit.
I ain't no motherfucking tree.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. I know I'm not a monkey either, bro. I don't buy that. I was like, yeah, right, dude.
Yeah.
Nah.
Fuck that.
Yeah, why like, yeah, what happened?
No.
there? Why are there still monkeys there? That's my thing.
Somebody brings up evolution to me, I just go, no.
Dude, that's something I
Fuck
want to get
you.
into. There's like modern day, like seriously researched pushbacks against evolution, the theory. It's something I could get into. It's fun
Yeah.
just to be like, yeah, I don't believe in that. I just don't know any of the knowledge. Yeah, monkeys.
You don't have to know anything.
True.
You just go, no.
No, here, check out this podcast.
No, I
Tells
don't
you
believe
everything
that.
you know. Monkeys, I don't believe. I mean, I get it.
I don't believe in monkeys at all. Even current ones.
We both got thumbs.
I don't even think they exist.
Real monkeys? True.
Fake.
Yeah, obviously. What would you do if a monkey stole something from you at like a tropical resort? You ever see those videos where fucking monkeys steal from you?
See a lot of it. Yeah, when they grab someone's phone and run.
Yeah.
I'm not being racist. I'm serious.
Get your mind out of the racist gutters,
Get
everybody.
your mind out of the racist gutters, you punks.
We're talking
We're
tropical.
talking monkeys at resorts stealing your shit.
It happens.
Yeah. There's a safe in the hotel room.
Yeah.
Monkeys.
For real, it's true. Get your fucking minds out of the racist gutters.
I like it. Yeah, it's usually in Asia too. That's fun.
Exactly.
Yeah. Grab a camera, sprint it down a bridge.
Yeah, it's kinda
very
funny.
fun to watch.
I've seen a guy
Everyone
have-
laughs, and you see the guy like, no, that's for real. That's my laptop's
Yeah, it's
in that
pissing me
bag.
off.
That sucks. Yeah. He's not gonna know what to do with that fucking laptop. He's just stealing it to be an asshole.
Did you see the video where I think a gorilla launches a capybara and
I
just
thought you were talking
nails a
about
kid?
No.
Dude, there's a video where a gorilla in an enclosure picks up a capybara and hurls it out of the thing and just nails it, probably knocks the kid out.
The raccoon video is the classic, but No, I don't
I
think.
could have sworn it was a capybara.
Maybe I showed it to you. I've been on my monkey shit.
You have been.
I love watching monkey videos.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
I'd like to see this video.
Who the fuck put the capybara in with the gorillas? That guy's ass needs to be on the fucking line. As soon as I saw that, I'm like, let me talk to the director of the zoo. Yeah, I think I did. Although it's a good idea in theory. If you're in the zoo, it's like, yo, let's toss some capybaras in here. And dude, I want to start a zoo that's just no walls.
Gorilla throws capybaras.
Did you see it?
Throws it so far.
Just launches it at a kid. You're like fucking bullseye, dude. An absolute bullseye.
Dude. Everyone's laughing.
I mean, it's fucking
They're
hilarious.
all laughing. They're all laughing.
Capybaras have to be what, 35 pounds?
Heavy fucking capybara.
That's like a medicine ball getting launched from like 60 feet. That kid was essentially shot by a musket.
Oh man, this is one of my favorite things.
Dude, it's a great vid. I've seen it 1,000 times.
He's dribbling it too. He bounces it a couple times before he tosses it. Yeah, that's awesome.
Dude, instead of a factory, what do you think about a no walls zoo? Complete dog eat dog world.
I'm
like,
against that.
You wouldn't like a no.
They kind of have those like safaris where you drive around.
Yeah,
It's
for
just
sure.
open. Everybody fights each other.
Do they? The
Yeah,
animals
they come
all
up to
fight?
the car to get the fucking like dog food you feed them, and they start like a bull will hit a fucking emu. It's crazy. Yeah, it's very fun. Do you ever
Yeah.
go to those?
No, I've
so
been
sick.
to the San Diego Safari Park. It's fucking sick.
That's probably awesome.
It's
Do you get
really-
to feed them there?
Yeah, you probably do. It was like a long time
That's
ago.
like a real good. That's like the best.
San
zoo.
Diego's, I think,
Yeah.
it's got to be one of the best. I got to stand next to a cheetah while it ran. It was fucking awesome.
That's sick.
They had like a greyhound that would like, it would just follow around. It was pretty fucking sick. But yeah, dude, apparently the Austin Aquarium is like really fucking nasty too.
I didn't even know there was one.
Dude, the Austin Aquarium, and this is just what I've heard. I don't want to, I'm just going to shoot you straight. There's some people that won't go there because it's too lit. Like you can interact with monkeys and shit there. They have monkeys. My daughter pet a fucking octopus, and the octopus gripped her arms. And it's just laying in a coffin. They have like a 6-foot octopus.
What?
Dude, and apparently if you pull back on an octopus too hard, you'll rip their arms right off. So I wasn't there. I think I was just at work, and like Brittany was like, all right, like you can pet the octopus, and the octopus wrapped around Maya's arms. And they have suction cups, so
Yeah.
she's just getting suction. She's like, I want it off me. And Brittany was like, get that thing off of her. And the lady's like, we got to be careful. You'll rip her arms off. Brittany's like, dude, I'm going to rip this thing's fucking arms off in 5 seconds. If you don't get that thing off her, I'm pulling this fucking arms off now. Huh? I mean,
Probably.
Also, if they don't, they got plenty of fucking arms.
True.
And it's just laying in a metal coffin. If it has 4 arms, it'd still get the job
They gotta
done.
let that guy out.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd hope they do. But yeah, dude, the Austin Aquarium, some people say it's too lit. They're like, they have too many cool. It's like,
Oh,
kind of just
borders
like
on like not safe.
I mean, it's just great. Like
Yeah.
you can go in a room where like birds fly around you. There's like a monkey thing. You can fuck with monkeys. It's more than an aquarium, honestly.
How come I haven't heard of this?
Dude, I know. I had no idea.
Yeah.
It's kind of it's like slightly frowned upon to go. It's kind of like it borders on Joe Exotic
I
status.
see.
It's like
Yeah,
Joe
yeah,
Exotic
yeah.
status.
I went to one of those in a mall in Connecticut. There was just a zoo.
You're telling me.
It's fucking awesome. There's capybaras. Got to chill with those boys.
That's nice.
Yeah, it was nice.
I'm gonna go. Like I'll
Took
be
the
honest.
Conman and Beezer to the zoo. Everyone was fucked up. Just like, yeah, look at that fucking wombat.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the Austin Aquarium. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I'd
Morally,
like to go.
I just want to see. And if I decide it's like like
If you think I
SeaWorld,
should stay away, if it's not safe, let me know.
yeah. If I'm like
Check it out.
Also, though, like, I don't know what the beef is. Like, it's not nice for the animals. It's like, bro, no aquarium's nice for the fucking animals.
Yeah.
I swam with the dolphins recently in Mexico, which it was sick. But dude, they're in a tiny. They're like,
Oh, that picture you sent
Did you
was
see the
great.
picture?
Yeah, you look handsome as hell, dude. That's a really good picture.
thank you, bro. Might make that my profile
It's
picture.
awesome. Yeah.
Just me with the dolphin about to kiss my face. No big deal. But the dude, dolphins
It's a
are
really,
scary
really
as
good
fuck,
picture.
dude.
Dolphins are scary.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You get in the tank. I thought it was gonna be like all
Any
fun and
fucking
games.
big ass thing in the water is scary.
Dude, these dolphins were like 6.5, 7 feet long. They were fucking massive. Actually, probably like 9 feet. They were huge.
Damn.
And Maya was all about the dolphins. Chloe, we have a picture of her where she's just like, get this thing the fuck away from me. Yeah, it was tight. Dude, like, cause you can, at the place, you can like grab their dorsals and do like a dolphin ride.
Yeah.
You can have 2 dolphins. If you lay a certain way, 2 dolphins will come up to you and like stand you up in the water. It's fucking awesome. Yeah, right, dude. But
I didn't know you were riding dolphins.
bro, I've been up to all kinds of stuff.
The life you're living it's crazy.
Truly
You're
charmed.
riding dolphins,
I didn't do the dolphin ride.
waking up at 6 a.m. and sprinting.
Yeah.
Listening to a book on the Aztecs and smoking a cigar. You're fucking nuts, dude. You're living. You might be. You're more Salt Life now. You rode dolphins, smoking a stogie. You're Salt Life.
Did I tell? I don't think. Were you here that week? Yeah, dude. Did I tell you about my Mexican trip? I went to Mexico, and I was. Did I tell you I was like playing soccer with the staff?
Sure.
Dude, I'm telling you.
That's what Trump did. He's just hanging out with the staff, dude. You're getting ahead of it right now. I like it.
Dude,
Oh yeah, I went down there. I didn't even do anything else. I just hung out with the staff, played soccer with the staff the whole time.
they come. This place was awesome. Whatever resort we went to, we went for like a wedding, and then we like stayed for a couple days. But like you'll just be chilling by the pool, and dude, this Mexico all inclusives. Everyone hates all inclusives. I'm
I love
actually
all
a huge fan.
Yeah.
I love them too. You would lay by a pool, and they would just be like, "Do you want food or drinks?" So they would just bring you margaritas and like force feed you tacos. So you lay by the pool, do that, digest, and then like a lady would come up and be like, she was from the Actividades like division, and she's like, "Do you want to play soccer? We're playing soccer right now." And they just come like kind of bully you into playing sports. And it was just me. No one else took it up. So it was just me, and I had Maya with me, and Maya was the goalie. So she just sat like in the goal and did like sandcastles, and it was me, this like older guy named, I believe, Jaime. He was like 55. And then finally Brittany came down. She was looking for Maya. She joined my team, and it was versus 3 of the dudes on the staff. Dude, they were so good, by the way. They're like kid gloves, because it's like they can't.
Yeah.
I think they're supposed to kind of let you win.
That's
I could
crazy.
tell they were pulling back. So I was like going all out.
I don't like that.
I didn't like it either. So I was like, come on, let's go.
Yeah.
So but then like Maya was in the goal. So I couldn't like rocket shots past her.
Launched one, dude.
I
She needs to
should've.
learn.
I mean, she's just kind of fucked up. She's on the other team. So I was trying to like edge them in around her.
Yeah.
And she would just be like building sandcastles in the goal, and I'd like tap it in. She would, out of nowhere, kept blocking shots. Dude, these Mexican dudes were fucking howling. They thought it was the funniest thing in the world. But then the next day I played flag football. And they were
You had to show them something.
bro. Now I'm like, all right, because they were fucking nasty at soccer, and it was like, all right. So we're playing flag football again. Not a lot of takers, but there was a guy at the resort who was a fan of the podcast, and he had
Sick.
3 boys. He had 3 sons. So I go to play flag football, and it was just me, and then these 3 boys. They were probably like 10, 12, 14, and I was playing with the staff this time because they didn't have enough people.
Yeah.
And I was going like so fucking. I was running back kickoffs on them. I was going so
that's nice.
fucking ham.
That's so nice.
My toe. I think I like broke my toe.
Got hurt again.
I broke my fucking toe when I was running. My toe went under my
Yeah, you
foot.
got turf toe.
Got turf toe. Yeah. It was sick though. Then the kid's dad came by, and we played.
People sit out from turf toe. That's good. You played right through it.
Played right
That's
through
crazy.
it, bro. Played right through it.
That's
I got
crazy.
like bursitis in my elbow, turf toe. My
Right
knee
through it.
still hurts from falling off a zip line. I'm just playing through all of it, dude.
You're wear and tear. Your NCAA wear and tear. Your injury risk is severe right now. Yeah.
True. We have to. Yeah. Hopefully, Spotify will sign another 2-year deal agreement. You're gonna go. I don't know, dude.
You do, yeah. You need to hang it up, dude. You're too injured. Lamise is on the IR too.
True.
Yeah. What do you think happened to your knee? Where's it hurt?
It's like I asked ChatGPT. I did all the tests.
Nobody goes to doctors anymore.
Yeah, it's just a sprain, like a sprained ligament.
Yeah, it was on the inside or outside or
It was inside.
yeah, a little MCL.
That's MCL.
Yeah,
What's this one? Meniscus is on the outside, right?
I think
It's in the
the
front.
LCL is on the outside.
Okay.
ACL is in the middle.
Right on.
I felt like I was falling off my knee. Like every time I move, it would just like pop, and I was like, "This isn't good." Yeah,
Oh, your knee is fucked up, man.
no, it's good, dude. It's good now. Had a
What's
couple
yeah? But you
days.
have a fucking brace on it. Of course, it's good. Now your quads are gonna get all
Brace
weak.
with shorts is fearless.
I mean,
If I had a fucking knee brace on,
This is what I wore.
you gotta
to-
wear pants.
I wore this exact leg outfit to the Wiz Khalifa yesterday.
Nice.
Yeah,
You wore a knee brace to the Wiz Khalifa concert.
yeah. I knew I was going to be standing all day.
You're gonna have to tell everybody what happened at the Wiz Khalifa concert.
It
Oh,
was
yeah.
a damn hoot. I cried. I wept.
why?
He wept during the Fast and Furious song
Yeah. The Paul.
with a knee brace.
Oh, God.
Standing crying there. It's been a long
Every city's got one guy in a knee brace crying during the Paul Walker song.
Everyone.
There, you are the representative of Austin, Texas. The knee brace crying guy. Wiz Khalifa.
He's crying at Wiz Khalifa. Holy shit.
When they started playing that song, some guy was like, "Turn this shit off."
You're like, hey, you don't talk to Wiz like that.
Get back here. My knee. Punk.
I couldn't help it, dude. I fucking my aunt Debbie like just died that morning, and I was like, when am I gonna cry?
That morning
Like
stuff.
that
all right.
morning, and then that song came. I was like, fuck.
Yeah, that'll get you. That's fair.
Yeah.
So you're telling me you didn't shed any tears for Paul?
No, not for Paul. XXX though, he was up there. They had XXX on the board. Yeah,
Tentacion?
yeah.
Who did he? How many other dead people they put up?
It was a lot of dead people. They're just naming people throughout the song.
Was it like Ozzy Osbourne?
No Ozzy. It was
The PowerPoint's probably a little.
Did
old.
Hogan make it?
Hogan didn't make it.
Damn, he might have got booed.
Yeah, the PowerPoint
At a
was
rap
probably already
concert.
done.
Yeah, it's an
before.
old PowerPoint.
Yeah. Yeah. They had this big red freaky eye for one song on the screen. It was supposed to be like a high eye, but it looked like Sauron. Yeah.
Were you high?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody
You're
was
high
out
and
there.
crying in a knee brace. It is a bummer when you get hit with something like when my uncle died. I loved my uncle, but I like kept it together. And then I was just in the car. I was with like Ahmed Weinberg and somebody else. We were just driving to a show, and a song came on that reminded me of him. And I was driving, and I was like, I was like, damn, I wish this didn't happen. I had glasses on. I hit it.
True.
No one knew. I had tears going down my face.
That's so sick.
I was like, yeah, that's crazy. So yeah, the LA scene fucking blows.
Dude, and the most poetic thing about it, and Debbie's favorite thing was smoking weed. like no lie, that was
Your
her
family
favorite
loves
thing.
smoking weed.
Yeah, we're trash.
That's tight. You honored her at the Wiz Khalifa concert.
Yeah, it was nice.
It is nice. How serious of a cry are we talking?
What do you mean?
Like how like a little eyes get watery or like a full blown?
No, I was like,
Wiz knocked the fucking wind out of you.
PowerPoints in general will fuck me up. I can see any
True.
PowerPoint and I'm fucking dead. It's like if I'm at a wedding and it's like, well, here's pictures of them when they were babies. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ. Why are you doing this to me?
PowerPoint got me
Oh.
at my uncle's funeral. We were just fucking standing there at the reception. I don't know what you call it.
The wake.
Kind of awake.
Yeah.
And then hit you with the fucking pictures of him. You're like, God damn, he was a man.
Yeah. That'll get you. A little PowerPoint with some music, man. It's fucking, you're toast.
It's always that song.
I'm going to start.
It's always
We were not playing that.
That is, dude. That no one talks about that. They always talk about like artists doing like Christmas music because that like you get a lot of royalties for that. But like the official Dead Guy song,
You
used
need to make
be-
an in memoriam song.
Yeah, I'll be missing you. That's a huge one. Sting did that. Then P Diddy, obviously Master of the Remix, Totally Innocent did that as well. And then and then they got is there any other? That's like the latest Dead Guy song.
Every breath you take.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
like the OG Dead Guy song.
Yeah.
It's really just two. There's Every Breath You Take and It's Been a Long Time.
Oh, Danny boy.
Just came out with Dead Parents song.
Dead Parents.
Dead Parents song is pretty sad.
It's
Has it gone mainstream yet?
that's probably along with the album, but it almost got me. My parents are getting to that age where I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And I was listening to that, and I was just like sitting there with my girl. I just went to the kitchen to where she couldn't see me. Like I'm like,
Damn, the whole squad's. What's going on here? We're all a bunch of fucking crybabies.
no, my mom was like she just got out the hospital.
Your parents are alive.
Yeah,
The crybaby.
yeah, it was sad.
You imagine them dead. You imagine them dead, and like how much attention you'll get and stuff.
I'm not going to tell nobody what they. That's my. I'm not I'm just keep it to myself.
Just imagine your speech going to knock the socks off of everyone at the funeral.
The speech is the thing that drives me crazy. I've told you that before. I was in the car with Soda. We were driving back to New York from Philly, and we smoked a little. And I was just looking out the window while we were driving. And he was like, "What are you thinking about?" And I was like, "That I'm going to give my dad's eulogy someday." And he was like, "Jesus." He's like, "You can stop smoking." I was like, "I don't like weed at all." I was like, "It is going to happen. I am going to walk up to a fucking podium."
Yeah. By then, fucking Slam Sarah's OnlyFans going to be killing.
She's going to be in fucking Gucci. She's going to be rich as fuck. I'm going to go slamming. Let me get a couple dollars.
OnlyFans is popping.
During the eulogy, just be like, shout out to Slam and Sarah. OF is popping right now. Thank God Dad's dead.
Yeah, that's a big one, man. It's like, can you handle it? Or are you just going to cry the whole time? It'll be tough.
Probably won't be able to do it.
Yeah, I think it'd be very difficult.
Yeah, I wouldn't like that. You got a lot of brothers though. You can toss.
Yeah, we could take turns.
Billy's a fucking hard ass. He'll break. He might break the hardest though.
He was
so funny.
Yeah, he would fucking completely melt out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd have to do kind of like every 3 lines, kind of like the lock style. It's like, I'll do a line.
Step in and be like, dude, he was actually the man. Yeah.
I'm just gonna flick a lighter behind everyone. Just do the cipher. Yeah, that'll be. I mean, that's got to be sick. I watched my friend do it. It was nice.
Yeah.
He gave a speech. It was nice. You gave a speech? But your fucking parents are alive. Who the hell are you speaking
Yeah,
of?
but my grandfather's funeral.
You gave you were telling me about your grandfather. He seemed like the man.
He is the man, yeah. Bobby.
Yeah.
Passed away a while ago. I was like a teenager. I don't know why. I think my dad just didn't want to do it, so
Yeah.
he asked me to do it or something.
Yeah, it's tough.
I hope I did a good job. I can't remember. I was probably like
I
17.
can almost guarantee you nobody heard it in the entire
No one heard it. I remember the first time I ever met my grandpa. He was a really nice guy. You guys should have got to know him better. He was really funny too.
I think I was
that's
like
it.
17 or 18. So yeah,
Yeah, you were definitely mumbling.
I was really nervous.
Yeah, dude.
And I was
I'd
really
still be nervous.
sad too.
I had to read at my brother's wedding, and I like almost passed out. It was like 40 people.
Yeah, it's impossible.
Oh my god, I was so scared. I was like, let a pro handle. I was in like a family group chat. I'm like, just let a pro handle it. I do public speaking all the time. It was up there, just like. I was so nervous, dude. Almost.
I told you about mine, my sisters. I was like, she's like the best one of us. Me and my other sister are fucking losers.
Yeah.
And my other sister was like, what the fuck would you do that for? I was like, I was supposed to sound different. I meant to word it different. Shout out to the Egyptians. I really did that. They didn't love it.
Shout out to the Egyptians.
They did it the entire mass.
Oh my god.
They do it the whole mass.
What the fuck?
They do it
Why?
the whole time. That's like they're like getting hyped during mass. All the women will just go. What the fuck?
They're just ringing the bell.
Yeah, they get hyped.
Oh, that's crazy. And they didn't appreciate you doing it.
I don't think they think it's funny. It's clearly funny.
It's
Everyone
hilarious.
just makes a turkey sound during fucking mass out of nowhere. And my sister, they had to wear like a crown. They had to dress like they were royalty. It was great.
God, that's so fucking
It's a
funny.
Coptic wedding. Whoa, Mies.
What happened?
Just slammed his feet together.
Why'd you click you're trying to wake up? Why'd you click your
He's
heels?
trying to go back to Kansas.
You're trying to get back to Lancaster.
Going back to Detroit.
It's all a dream. You and your brother are still farting on the air mattress right now.
Still jacking off on your knees at your grandma's house. That's probably how you got that injury, honestly. True. That was definitely a nasty beat.
Planted the seeds.
Tore a fucking meniscus.
Yeah, this is a gooning injury. No, I dropped something. I tried to catch it with my feet, and I missed.
How many people a year do you think have heart attacks while gooning? It's got to happen to like at least like a
gotta happen a
100,000
lot.
people. Yeah, at least a couple 100,000 people a year. Just fucking have a goon attack. Just
One final goon.
oh fuck. Oh, God damn.
Yeah.
Dude,
Wait, how are we doing on time here?
Yeah, where we at?
Oh, I love it.
Baby.
I
gotta do a
couldn't be hungrier than I am right
Yeah,
now.
dude, munching would be nice. I gotta
Yeah.
do a stupid phone call right after this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude, I just gotta. There's just a couple. It'll be quick. It'll be like 25 minutes.
Perfect.
Just gotta figure out some bullshit, some motherfucking goddamn bullshit. I can't wait till I can just focus again on my art. Specifically, I hate the business side of things.
Holy shit.
What?
It's I'll tell you later.
Sick.
Tsunami are scary.
There is
Yeah,
a scary
dude.
earthquake in tsunami. Did the
don't
tsunami
know.
ever hit?
I don't know much
Is
about
it still
it.
going?
I think they're
I
just
think
getting ready
they're
for
still
it.
just on watch right now.
Dang. It's about to hit Hawaii, right?
I heard I don't know anything about it, but I heard California and Hawaii and Russia got the earthquake. And
Yeah, Russia got a wicked earthquake.
You would have thought Alaska would have got hit already, because wasn't it on the Kamchatka? What's that fucking peninsula called?
I don't know.
Wait, Alaska gets tsunamis? I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I think it's called the Kamchatka Peninsula.
Oh, sorry.
Take
I'll
a look
take
at that.
I'm looking it up.
What's an Alaskan?
That's just
tsunami?
my
Yeah,
rib.
yeah, you were
Kamchatka,
exactly right.
yeah.
You were exactly right.
It's from playing Risk.
That's fucking impressive, actually.
Kamchatka.
So is there anywhere is there beaches? I mean, there's got to be beaches in Alaska. It's on the water.
Yeah, it's all beaches.
What,
Yeah,
are they
Japan.
chilly though? That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's a chilly beach tsunami.
They
would
had like the
fucking
biggest
suck.
tsunami like ever.
Jesus,
The tallest.
I don't know why.
It's
I
in
feel
like a bay. In Alaska.
Alaska.
Peep
did?
that. Yeah.
how many cash are we talking?
I don't know. I think a lot. I think,
It sucks. Freezing
but
cold.
it was a like just a harbor town, so probably like
Yeah.
100.
Yeah. Oh,
Dang.
the watch has been lifted?
Watch it in Hawaii. It's still up in the West Coast, but they lifted it in Hawaii.
Hawaii, Alaska.
I just see Hawaii and California right now.
How did they even measure that? If
Prayers
there's
for
an
them.
earthquake in Russia, they have to have some sort of. I guess they have any idea where it'll hit, or they just
I
kind
think they
of
have like some buoys
Take a
Yeah,
little
oh,
guess.
yeah.
like tracking, but
Educated
a
guess.
sick wave. They're going, dudes. there's a
Sick wave's coming.
Sick wave coming. In.
Yeah, the Lituya Bay
Yeah.
had a mega tsunami in 1958. Triggered a massive landslide.
Oh,
it was a spooky one.
Yeah. I'm trying to find the casualties. I'm sorry.
that's all right.
Over 130 fatalities.
The water's receding.
Pretty hard in Hawaii. I'm looking at a live feed. It's like kind of.
He's
the
just
water
looking
is
at a video of the
receding?
ocean and he's pretending like he knows.
He's gonna
Man.
decipher it.
I'm a meteorologist.
You
That's
mean
who-
the water
that's who
is
studies
moving
the
away
ocean.
from the island?
The
There's more
meteorologist.
land opening up.
Yeah.
Isn't that what happened before tsunami?
Yeah. It's go,
Bad.
yeah. I know.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I just saw it was lifted.
Guard dogs, our man on the street. He's interviewing. What do you think about the tsunami? I have no idea. I'm just looking at a picture of Hawaii right now. It's nice.
You know what? Speaking
scary. I
of
hope
speaking
they're all
of
okay.
weird landscapes, I've been reading the C.S. Lewis space trilogy right now.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking awesome, man. Highly recommend.
Sick.
I listen every night before. That's like the thing I look forward to almost the most at the end of the day, just for myself. I lay down, listen to it on audiobook, just take myself through alien terrains. It's pretty cool.
He wrote Narnia's too, right?
Yeah, he wrote Narnia's, and his space trilogy is pretty tight, and it's old too. So like when they describe the spaceships, they're just shitty. There's like a metal ball with a glass. It's like fucking so bad. It's like, dude, that's not what they
It's
would look
not
like.
what the
you
UFOs
fucking
look
dumbass.
like, dude. You guys don't
Dumbass.
even know. We know.
It's just it's a fucking ball, but it is cool. They go into just like there's like golden skies. There's like land that it's like water. Like the land always keeps moving, and it's pretty sick. It's pretty fun. I highly recommend it.
I like it.
Lay down before nighttime and just kind of just pass out to like an English guy being like, it was the most interesting terrain.
Yeah, I gotta go
Perfect.
switch to that. I listen to Revolutions.
Do you?
Yeah.
What's
It's
the
a
one
good
book you read about like Eastern Europe getting like people eating each other? and shit?
Bloodlands. That was the
All
worst.
right, I got to get into
Do
that.
not.
No, I want to read it.
You're gonna be really sad.
I have an idea. I want to do for, I don't know. I just want to write a thing about ballet school during that time where they're like being ravaged, but a lady forces them to put on one last ballet performance, but it's just like shitty, diseased ladies are the only people left because they've been eating everybody. It'd
That's tough.
be a cool story.
It would.
And they do
I'm sure
it-
there's plenty of stories actually like that.
I'm actually want to look it up because I couldn't find any. And it's like, yeah, it's pretty cool.
But it was
But-
really, really bad.
yeah, I know. That was having a lady try to like pull out some humanity and be like, look, we're going to do this. It's good. And then eventually the place during the last recital just gets shelled and blows up. That's my idea for a story.
I like it.
Thank you.
It's a good story.
But I don't know anything about ballet, nor do I know anything about Eastern Europe. So I have to research.
But you got the idea.
I got the idea. Dude, getting caught munching is crazy.
Getting caught munching would be tough.
Kids munching kids is fucked.
The kid's eating the kid was the worst thing I've ever read.
Yeah, man.
No, for real. It's the worst story of anything I've heard. These ladies were like trying to take care of orphans because everybody was starving, and because the kids were all dying, and they would just lay them out in the sun during, like, to get them some sunlight. They would lay down blankets and just lay them out, and normally they'd be moaning because they were all starving to death. And then the
Yeah.
nurses noticed they were quiet, and they went out there, and all of them were eating one of the kids, and the kid was eating itself.
Ah, that was a sick little fuck.
It was, fuck. So I can't even make fun of it. It's the worst story I've ever
It's
heard.
horrible.
That one made me
horrible.
put it down.
Yeah.
Go to bed. I'm like, holy shit, that's the worst thing I've ever heard.
What country was this?
That, I think, was Ukraine. That was during the
Oh.
Holodomor. Is how, yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Who was like? Were they just starving, or someone like
They
blockaded?
got genocided by the Soviets.
Ah.
The Soviets cut their grub.
Crap.
They wanted to industrialize everybody. So they were like, we're just going to take all the food and bring it to the city. So everybody in the farms was like, yo, we need that. We're hungry.
Yeah, that stinks.
Yeah.
Well, shit.
Well, that's a good way to end it.
Yeah, man.
See you
End
next
on a
time.
positive note. Bye.
Not exactly. Don't say exactly what you did.
I got really drunk and opened up Instagram Live and played Lakeshore Drive. Do you know that song, Lakeshore Drive?
Yeah.
It's very good. And I listened to that, and I just wanted to share a moment with everybody, and I regret it very much.
You should.
Well, you learned. And that's good.
Thanks, guys.
We try to.
It'll go away. It'll never.
Yeah, it's not forever, so that's good.
Well, thanks for coming here and doing this. I'm
honored to be here.
pleased. We're honored. For real. I've been really happy about this. So it's just pumping me up. And apparently, so you are, because they've been trying to say you're totally out of it, but now you guys have had you guys are on all the ballots now in all 52 states.
No, we're on the ballots in 14 states. We got on Texas today. We needed Texas the hardest one because you have 45 days to get 100,000 signatures. But we found here what we're finding elsewhere. It's incredibly easy for us to get signatures. So we got 250,000 signatures, which we try to get at least double what we need because the DNC and the RNC are going to come in and try to go through every signature and try to, exclude them.
Really? So they take that very seriously.
Yeah, they're
But
going to
not,
try. Their strategy is to keep us off the ballot.
Yeah.
They're trying to save democracy by destroying it.
Yeah.
Well, that's
that
my
makes
fault.
sense.
I totally, for some reason, I must have got misinfoed. I thought it was
No,
a
but
200.
we've done the hard states. We're going to get on the ballot, and I think they're beginning to realize that now. We've done really effectively all the hard states. We're not on the other really hard state is New York, where you need 45. You have 45 days to get 45,000, but there's these other provisos that you have to get them from certain counties and certain congressional districts, a certain amount. And we had a firm come in that we hired to do our ballot signatures. So we had 100,000 volunteers in the state, and then we had a firm come in that was charging us, but we suspect that the firm was actually secretly working for the DNC. And they did things to invalidate almost all the ballots they collected. That if we had not discovered it early, it would have sunk us. So we're about to file litigation against them.
If only it was a mail-in vote, I think they would take it less seriously.
So you have to get per state. You have to get a certain amount of signatures to be on the ballot. Is that how it
Yeah,
works?
every state.
Jeez. Okay.
This is what I always thought, and correct me if I'm wrong. I always thought it was a bad move by the DNC to try to get you off the ballot because I thought you might take more votes away from what otherwise would be a Trump voter. What do you think of that?
I take more votes away from Trump than I do from Biden at this point. So we've polled our own people, and we take about 57% of the people who are our supporters who we poll say that if I drop out of the race, they'll vote for President Trump, which is why President Trump now has opened up all the firepower against me. But we also did a poll. We did the biggest poll ever done, at least in this presidential race. A typical poll like the Quinnipiac poll, or the Harvard-Harris poll, the Siena poll, the Gallup poll has from 1,200 to usually 2,200 people that they interview. We surveyed 26,000 people. the poll has a margin of error of virtually zero. So anybody who does that poll would end up with the same results. And it was very interesting because what it shows is that if I stay in the race, Biden loses. If I get out of the race, Biden loses even worse. He loses 2 extra states, Maine and Virginia. We did every state. And if Biden dropped out of the race, I would beat Trump. So Biden cannot beat Trump, but I will beat Trump. I don't beat him by much. I beat him by 3 electoral votes, but Biden loses catastrophically to him. And then if Trump dropped out, which of course will never happen, but then I beat Biden in a landslide. So I beat President Biden. I take 39 states and he only gets 11. So I'm actually in a different position nobody's ever been in history, which is a third-party candidate who in a head-to-head race will beat either of the candidates from the major parties.
Damn, and they won't debate you at this point. Neither of them will.
Well, the debates are scheduled after the conventions. So there's a presidential debate commission, and it has scheduled 3 debates. The first one is in September 18th. And if I meet certain metrics, which the big metric is 15% in recent polling, then I will be on the debate stage, and I should meet that metric. So they should have to debate me. I mean, they should debate me anyway because of because my favorability ratings are better in every poll. My favorability ratings are better than either President Biden or President Trump. So if they want to do the right thing, they would debate me.
So
But I don't think they. Do you think President Biden is going to debate?
I don't think he'll debate.
I don't think he can.
I think they'll say that if they debate Trump, that's a threat to democracy, and they won't dignify Trump with a debate.
Yeah, they'll say that they're legitimizing him.
Yeah.
yeah,
Which is weird since he's already been president.
he's a criminal though. Yeah, he's going to jail. But so how do you deal with because you get crushed all the time in the media for just I followed it from a long time for they were saying you communicate with your dead ancestors, which every different thing I've seen, if you read it for 2 seconds, it's you're talking about a meditative exercise. That if anyone else said it, it'd be oh, that's actually really nice. So how do you, what are some of the weirdest characterizations or whatever you've had? And how do you deal with that?
Well, they've applied everything to me. I mean, anti-Semitic, racist, talks my dead ancestors, anti-vax, anti-science. I mean, we should make a list of them. This week it's that I have a brain worm, which
Yeah,
was
saw that.
actually true.
Got you.
That is a tough one.
Yeah, that was a tough one.
Brainworms, tough.
Yeah, that was I think 13 years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it was in a deposition when I for my divorce, and I think it was 12 or 13 years ago, and the New York Times went it back and dug up that deposition.
Wait, she brought it up in the divorce hearings?
I don't know. It was in a deposition,
Good.
so
It's a good move by her.
For sure.
yeah,
This guy's crazy.
Fucking brain worm.
yeah. But I forget the context in which it was brought up. But at that time, I was having a lot of brain fog, and I was having trouble with word retrieval. And so a guy who was a buddy of mine, he was actually a guy I was in prison with for the summer of 2001. I was in maximum security prison, and he was my cellmate. He's the head of the biggest labor union in the country, Dennis Rivera. This was when we were put in jail for protesting Vieques, the bombing of Vieques, and I had won. I had been the attorney for the people of Vieques at that time. And we were good friends, and because he was the head of the hospital's union, he had a lot of contacts in the hospital, and I told him that I was having this trouble, and he said, I'm going to get you in for a CAT scan. He got me in for a CAT scan. The CAT scan showed a black dot in my brain, and they said it was a tumor. They said it's got to be a tumor. My uncle had died only a couple of months before from glioblastoma, which is a brain tumor. And Teddy, my Uncle Teddy, had been on the chairman of the health committee in the United States Senate for 50 years. So we had really good contacts in the medical community. And we, at that point, because they'd all been involved, the best oncologists and neurologists in the country had been involved in treating him. So they were all on the speed dial and, family phones. So I was able to take these films and send them around to the best doctors in the world. And they all said, yeah, it's a brain tumor. And then I had to get surgery, and I was going to use the same surgeon that Teddy did, which is this guy in North Carolina at Duke. And I was going in to pick up my films on the Monday, and I was scheduled for surgery on the Tuesday, which I was not looking forward to. And there was a young doctor, an Irish doctor, who was sitting in the office where my films were at Columbia Presbyterian. And we struck up a conversation. It was about Ireland and stuff. And he said to me, "What are you here for?" And I said, "I got a brain tumor." And he said, "Can I look at your films?" And I said, "Yeah." So he put them up on the light board. And he stared at them for a long time. And meanwhile, we'd had literally the best surgeons in the world looking at these. And this is this young kid. And he looks at it and looks at it. And he said, and then he turns to me and he said, "I don't think you've earned surgery." And I was like, "Tell me more." And he said, "There's something about this. I don't think it's a tumor." He said, "What you should do is measure it really precisely, and then 6 weeks later measure it again. If it's a tumor, it'll grow. If it's not a tumor, it's something else." So I went back every 6 weeks for the next 6 months, and it never grew. And then at the end, he said, "It's probably this thing called neurocystic sarcosis, which is like a form of a tapeworm that gets in your brain." He said, "It's dead. It's not in there, or you'd see it. But apparently it's very common in India." And I had traveled a lot in India, because of my work. It's also common in the hog industry. And I had been suing the hog farms for 10 years.
Pig soon.
So I don't know exactly where I got it. But anyway,
What
it's
side
dead.
what part of your brain was it in?
It was on my left side in the front.
Okay, so I think
Well,
that
I don't
part
know.
it's not super important for what I know about brains. Front is important, and like the bottom, pretty important. Sides are just like memory and
the worm-
balance. You don't need that. You don't need that.
The worm was, you couldn't remember words. It was eating the words. What was this, a bookworm?
No. I don't actually think the worm was causing me
I
any
sat on
problem.
that for 5 minutes. Pause.
So that was the theory, though.
I don't think it was. Because at the same time, I found out that I had huge mercury levels. So I had 10 times the amount of mercury that EPA considers safe. When I chelated out the mercury, all my cognitive issues were resolved. And so I don't even think that the brainworm, I don't know what the brainworm did. A doctor told me at one point, he said, you could lose 10 IQ points and you'll never know it.
True.
He said, even people around you won't really notice it. So I don't know, do you think you're as smart today as you were when you were a kid?
I don't know. I can't tell. I think I'm smarter, but I might.
You've gotten smarter.
I got Audible. Audible helped me a lot. I was pretty dumb. Now I can
I've
at least-
gotten significantly
Yeah,
dumber.
Audible is good.
Audible is good.
You think you've gotten smarter?
No, I've gotten dumber.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is that from the drinking? And
Yeah, probably alcohol, lack of sleep for a long time. That'll do it. Stress. It's incredible.
Well,
stress.
I know this, that my kids seem a lot smarter than I was, and they
Yeah.
think they're smarter than I was. So
Yeah, they have the leg up though. They get, they have the benefit of how smart you are. Then you raise them with your level of smartness, so they get, more smartness. I went to school for psychology for a year. Well, here's a question. This always kind of cracks me up, but because I'm like been fascinated with like how you're portrayed and all this stuff. And the thing that really kind of cracks me up is when people are like, "Oh, like you're coming on these positions, you're grifting, you're trying to get supporters." But then the things they're hitting you for are like, again, vaccines, wildlife preservation. It's like if you were truly grifting, I feel like you would just be like, "We got to fund Ukraine. We need more vaccine." Like you could rise to the top of the Democratic Party tomorrow, I guess, if you were like, "I love Ukraine. We got to fund the war. We got to do this. We got to do that." And then you get accused of like
when I
grifting
took my
on
position
fringe
on
stuff.
when I took my position on Ukraine, which was the beginning of the campaign, it was 86% of Americans supported the war in Ukraine. So it was not like a proper position.
Yeah.
People recently started saying this about me because my official position changed on the abortion issue. And so they said, well, he flip-flopped on that. But, I don't think anybody really seriously accused me of being a flip-flopper for the reason that you say, that I've taken very, very unpopular positions and stuck with them. And what I say is, there's no way that you can change my mind by calling me names or by criticizing me or by marginalizing or vilifying me. You can always change my mind with facts. If you tell me I'm wrong about it, show me that I'm wrong about something, about one of my presumptions, I'm going to change my mind. And that's what happened with the abortion thing. So, my position on abortion was that it should always be a woman's choice, right up to the very end. And my assumption was that any abortion that occurs during the, ninth month, you're basically killing a child, right? My presumption was that no woman's going to deliberately carry a child for 9 months and then 2 days before it's born abort it. Who would do that? So it could only be in instances where the mother's life was at stake, or there was some other, overwhelming medical issue involved. And that it shouldn't be up to a bureaucrat of the state to dictate the outcome of those kind of decisions. It should be up to the mother, her relationships with her family, her conversations with her pastor, with her doctors, et cetera. It's a very difficult decision. I don't want a bureaucrat making it. But then I learned I was wrong, that there are actually a huge amount, comparatively, of elective abortions at that time. And my belief is that, the state at that time, you've got a wholly formed, viable child, that the state has some interest in protecting that baby. So as you guys know, you come from presumably Irish Catholic families.
Yeah. My
My family is split about this, about, right to life, right to choice. I've been a medical freedom advocate. I've been I've been the leading advocate in the country for medical autonomy, freedom of choice. So I think the woman should always choose, but in this case, if it's a fully formed baby, that the state does have some interest in protecting that life.
Yeah, but that's kind of, for me, that's kind of your charm, where you'll like wade into these very murky waters where most times it's just like a one word answer, like I'm for blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, you're like kind of actually going into it being like, well, I support medical autonomy. And they're like, what about a late term abortion? You're like, all right,
Yeah.
all right, son of a bitch. Yeah, fine. And they're just like, you blah, blah. So then they just run the story as like, you love to kill babies. That's like kind of the angle they're going on it. And it's like, if you look at it for 5 seconds, you say like every abortion is a tragedy, but I still want every woman to make the decision, not a bureaucracy. And it's like, for me, it drives me nuts to watch that. It's like, damn, this is deciding the future and the policy. It's literally like, it's a form of lying to be like, this is what this guy thinks. And you watch it and you're like, if you watched it just 2 minutes before that, it's not that at all. But and then to say like, well, I saw it and it's like, fuck man, I was wrong. I don't like that. I don't think it's flip-flopping. It's just being like, let me have all of the, it's almost an impossibility to expect one person to have the right answer on every major issue in the country. And that's what the president is expected to do.
Start to finish.
Some people just lie. So then presidents just lie, or they just like research, get demographics, and they say, this is what I'm going to say. It's almost like if someone agrees with everything you think, they're probably just lying, So I do applaud your ability to like wade into those waters and be like, here's what I think. You get the data, you go, okay, yeah, shit, all right. I'll think about that, differently. So I don't think it's flip-flopping. It's like actually thinking issues through rather than having a team of people be like, say this about that, get the vote, and then, business as usual. So I just wanted to commend you. That's all. Give some positive vibes.
Oh, it's interesting living in that space where, where I'm getting incoming from both sides and just and tremendous anger and from people, and particularly from people that I, knew that I was allied with for many years, and then how to deal with, to internalize that, that kind of criticism. It's easy to deal with it from the outside because it's kind of formulaic about how do I counter this. But it's been interesting, and actually it's been an important experience for me to be in a world where I'm very isolated and where nobody believes you, and to be able to find your own my own resources and say it's not important what people think of me. It's not my business what other people think of me. My job is to do what I believe is right, and then leave the outcome in God's hands, and to try to be peaceful throughout that.
It's pretty difficult. So how do you do that?
I had an experience.
I could use that myself.
I had this experience
Yeah.
when I first got sober. I went to a rehab for a while, and my wife came to visit me on January 17th, which is my birthday. And after you get a visitor, they test your urine. And I got a urine test, and it came back positive for alcohol, and not just a little alcohol, but like me walking drunk,
Like Gardini Instagram Live.
Yeah, exactly.
What happened?
And then, so they shut down.
Good time, dude. Chill.
The golden shower.
They shut down the unit. So nobody could go out, nobody could have visitors, they couldn't go to the gym. And then they sit in a circle and try to get me to admit that I had drank, but I hadn't drank. So the next day, so they had just like a marathon meeting, and I just said I didn't do it. The next day, they tested me again. I came back positive again. So then they went in and they took away everybody's perfume and their hairspray and anything that might have alcohol. And they were trying to figure out where is he getting that alcohol. And that happened for 13 days in a row. And at one point, I said to them, put me on suicide watch, because there was a glass box, where they can put you and observe you 24 hours. I said, put me on that so everybody knows what I'm doing. And then test me. And they said, no.
You just got hammered in the glass. So they didn't put you in there.
They just said, we don't know how you're doing it. The doctor said to me, 5 years from now, you'll come back. If you're still alive, you'll come back and tell us how you did it. And they asked me to leave. And I called up my brother and I said to him, here's what's happening. And he said, you just need to come clean and tell the truth. And then I called up an uncle and he said the same thing. Oh, no. So I was like feeling, okay, there's nobody in the world who believes me right now, but I'm telling the truth. And I just started laughing, and I was talking to God, and I was saying, it's between you and me, and that's all that matters. The only thing that matters is my integrity, and I have to be happy with that. And that incident just taught me a lesson that, what other people think of me is not my business. It's not my concern. What my concern with is if I have personal integrity, if I'm living a life of integrity, of character, and then we're all in the middle of a dream. We're all in the middle of an adventure. And ultimately, it's God's decision about how it turns out.
Nice. It's respectable. So how do you, okay, I have another question. So with all the, are you familiar with the deaths of despair and all the people who are just either killing themselves, overdosing, that whole phenomenon of the nihilism and how it's kind of spreading? So, and this is just from me watching you, you strike me as a president who also has a pretty directly spiritual view. It's not dogmatically religious from what I can tell. It's more so you seem to have a direct connection with a higher power from, I guess, recovery and all that stuff. As for being the president, or as president, what do you think, if you were to be elected, what would your role, or would you take it seriously trying to kind of combat the pervasive nihilism and how that kind of relates to the deaths of despair and all the overdoses and stuff? You think that's an important role, and is that possible to even speak to? It's not a policy thing.
I think it's absolutely critical, and we have particularly this younger generation of kids, Generation X and millennials, who feel completely disconnected. They're disconnected from any kind of hope for their own lives because they're not going to live the way that our generation lived. They know that. They can't afford a house. The central fulcrum of the American dream for my generation was that if you worked hard, if you played by the rules, you're going to be able to finance a home. You're going to be able to raise a family. You're going to take a summer vacation, and you're going to put something aside for your retirement, all with one job. There is nobody in my kids' generation. I have 7 kids. One of them is in a house. The 6 younger ones, who all have good jobs, all went to great schools, none of them have a hope for getting in a home. So part of it is, and there's this poll that was taken in 2013 where Americans under 18 to 35 were asked, are you proud of the United States of America? 85% said yes. The same poll taken 4 months ago, 18% said yes. So somehow that entire generation in the last 2 presidencies has completely lost faith for their future. And I think that's part of the problem, this detachment. But also there is the shattering of community bonds that's occurred, where people are being fragmented, they're being alienated, atomized, and a lot of it has to do with social media and the kind of decline of communication, the decline of social relationships, the destruction of Main Street, with the local, all of these little things that bound us to community, nature, the local store, the hardware store, the bookstore, the relationship, the Boy Scouts, all of the relationships that we had are now that held our country together and that built this idea of community are now being eroded, and we need to build those back. And we build those back by rebuilding our industrial base, by getting people into homes. Because if you're in a home, then you care about your community. You go to the PTA meetings, you go to you care about your police, your fire protection. You're part of a community. You're part of something bigger than yourself. But also you have equity so you can borrow money. And if you have an entrepreneurial impulse, you can pursue it. And this generation, part of going from a nation of owners, from an ownership society to a nation of renters, we go from being citizens to being subjects, and they see that happening to themselves. And, all of this alienation and dispossession that you see in that generation is this confluence of economic factors and the social media that are just driving people apart, and all the bonds that once held together are gone. One of the things I'm going to do is start these wellness farms, and that's going to be my big Peace Corps program. Right now, the biggest industry in rural areas is prisons. And I'm going to start building these wellness farms where kids can go and reconnect with the communities, where there's no cell phones, there's no screens, people raise organic food. They can attend if they want 12-step meetings, but it's their recovery areas. People can get off of SSRIs, they can get off of benzos, they can get off of illegal drugs. Go there for as long as they need to go and recover. I went to the model for this place in Italy called San Padrignano's, where they have 2,000 kids, and it's about several thousand acres. They have a vineyard, they have kennels where people learn how to take care of animals for, as part of an employment. They have a bakery that's a prize-winning bakery. They have a winemaking facility that's, produces some of the best wines in Europe. They have a furniture factory. They have an apparel factory. They have wallpaper painting, and they have traditional artisans who are teaching these kids a trade. And when they leave, they have something. They're placed in a job when they leave. There's a place in Salt Lake called The Other Side, which is based upon that model, and they're doing the exact thing in downtown Salt Lake, and they have 300 ex-cons there, a lot of them drug addicts, and they run one of the biggest storage companies in Utah. They own a moving company. They own a lot of little companies, and they teach these people how to be reliable, how to show up on time, how to how to talk to other human beings, how to keep a bank account, all of the kind of the skills that you need to be part of a community and part of society. And we need to reparent this generation of kids and restore them. We're spending, right now over $100 billion on Ukraine. And we have a crisis in this country that is, that we're ignoring. And we're losing this generation of kids. And, I'm going to put an end to that.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's something I always worry about too. It doesn't seem like it's going very well for a lot of people.
Yeah, but you love the Donbass region.
The what?
The Donbass region.
What's
Matt's
Donbass?
obsessed with it. That's why he keeps giving all that money to Ukraine. The last thing we want is Russia to get the Donbass region.
I am on a hamster wheel. That's all I podcast for, is to send more money to the Donbass.
My son went over there.
Yeah, I knew that.
Connor.
Yeah.
How's he doing?
He's good. He's practicing law now in New York. I mean, in LA, he's living with me, which is great. He's got a very, very beautiful Brazilian girlfriend who's a pop singer.
Awesome.
I think they may be getting married.
Hell
This
yeah.
is all private conversation, right?
So why can't we be friends with Russia?
With Russia.
Yeah. I don't understand why we can't just
I
be
think
friends.
we should. I think we can be. I think
it's important.
this. What?
I think it's very important.
Yeah, I think it's really important too. And that's, they lost the Cold War.
Yeah.
And, the most important diplomat in modern American history is a guy called George Kennan. And he's the architect of the containment policy after World War II. And he said, in 1997, when the Clinton administration began extending NATO to the east, to putting it in all these former Soviet bloc countries, he said, you can't do that. You're treating Russia like the enemy, and it is going to be a self-fulfilling prophecy. You're going to turn them into the enemy, because if you treat them that way, they're going to have to arm and they're going to have to defend themselves. We should be inviting them into the market. We should be inviting them into, Western life. And I think we lost a big opportunity there. And I'm not saying Putin is a good guy, because he isn't, but the Russian people like us, and
Yeah, they love our culture.
yeah,
I truly don't understand it.
the same is true of Iran, by the way. I mean, Iranians love the United States. I read this poll recently that the favorite television show for Iranian teenagers was Oprah.
Nice.
That's awesome. They're not exactly like American teenagers, but they have a fascination.
There's like 40-year-old women.
Oh, they're like,
Yeah, it's crazy. It is crazy. Yeah, it's like just open up trade and just, be cool. I don't know. Russia for real is like.
Russia scares me. I've told you, every night I've been listening to this book. It's called A Nuclear War Scenario.
yeah.
It's terrifying. It's the scariest book I've ever read, and it's like,
Yeah,
why are we
messing around?
why are we even coming close to the idea
Yeah.
of this? It's the end of the world.
And people assume that we've got the best nuclear arsenal in the world. And the Russians.
The Russians do.
Yeah, I think they've got 2,500 more weapons than we do. But they have much better weapons. They have better defensive
The
weapons.
thing that's really scary about the book is it talks about Russia's like Tundra, their early weapons. What's that, like early detection technology is like kind of subpar. So if we just launch any missiles, they have no idea, and they're like, that could be 100 missiles. It could be at Russia. We have to preemptively strike.
Oh no.
It's a nightmare. And I don't know.
But they
That's
got the best
nightmare.
nukes.
And we
They have
have,
the most, yeah.
if they do launch, or if there is a mistaken launch.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
This one, Amaryllis, who's my daughter-in-law who runs my campaign, she was a CIA agent for many years. But she says, if that's at 3:00 in the morning and President Biden, they wake him up and he has 7 minutes to make the call. And he's got
That's all I've been thinking about the whole book. For real.
he's got 6 guys pushing him through a tunnel at full speed.
And he has to make, he's
And
the one.
during that period, while he's still running through the tunnel, he has to make the call: do you fire back or not?
Do you end the entire world or not?
Yeah.
It's
terrible.
It's so scary, dude. The book's so scary.
I didn't even think about accidents.
Yeah, I mean, it happened once. It happened in the Soviet Union. I think it's like in the 80s. This Russian guy, the Soviet guy, saw it was a radar malfunction, and he was like, America launched And I guess that it was only 10 missiles. And he was like, it would be more than that if they really wanted to do it. I'm not going to tell anyone. And he was right. There was no actual
Did he
launch.
get court-martialed or something?
I'm not sure. I think he eventually
One
got.
of those guys got
He
court-martialed.
got considered. Yeah, his nickname's like the guy who saved the planet because he did. Because
by
his
being like,
real
"Eh."
job was to say yes, they launched, and he was like,
I don't know.
"This is like a big responsibility to end the world right now or not."
Whoa.
Yeah, it's very scary.
Yeah, that's
And
terrifying.
I never thought that. It reminds me of that Trump speech. He was like, "It's the N word." You ever see that?
Yeah.
It's one of the funniest speeches.
What is it?
He's doing a rally and he's like, I guess Trump he came to the conclusion that it's very serious to even discuss nuclear weapons. And he's giving a rally and he's like, there's a new N-word. And everyone's like, Jesus Christ, dude. And he's like, no, not the other one. It's like, God damn it, dude.
I don't know. It was I think it was 2 years ago. Your producer will probably be on top of this.
He's looking at girls on
was-
Instagram.
Where Hawaii
Yeah.
got
I
that
remember
notice.
that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that there had been a launch, that there was incoming, and everybody should run into their bomb shelters.
Yeah.
Which
Which will do nothing. Yeah.
God damn. Yeah, that's kind of terrifying. But now, too, if we're friends with Russia, they might be like, you just like me because of my nukes.
True.
You know?
is what
They might just be like, you just like me because of my nukes. Russia might just be kind of
It
like,
is true, though.
You don't even
we
really
have to
like
like
me.
them. If they didn't have nukes, we wouldn't have to like them. But it's important we like them.
Yeah, that's what I worry about. I worry about the organization of the world at like the
That's-
highest of levels. It seems kind of terrifying.
That's what I hated about like when Trump went to North Korea and was becoming close with Putin and all that. It's like don't try to divide. Like that's good. I don't care. That's good. That's better than them having animosity towards
He should
us.
be a permanent diplomat to like
Apparently
totalitarian.
people like him.
Yeah.
He's great at it.
If elected, will you send him to North Korea to this?
Yeah.
Yeah. He needs
Good
to be.
idea.
Yeah. He needs to be friends over there. Send him and Rodman.
True. Ever experienced the agony of harsh smoke, throat burning, or coughing attacks when smoking cannabis? The struggle is real, but the solution is chili. That's right. I'm talking about the smoothest way to light up, and that's with Freeze Pipe. Freeze Pipe makes a unique line of freezable pipes, bubblers, and bongs that are 80% colder than using ice cubes to chill smoke. The magic is in freezable glycerin chambers that come on every piece. Simply pop the chamber in the freezer.
What?
I read it every week.
Don't laugh.
I'm sorry.
We're in the middle of a presidential
Simply
interview.
pop the chamber in the freezer for 1 hour, and the smoke passes through. It's instantly chilled by over 300 degrees, so every puff arrives ice cold and cough free.
That's nice.
It does, dude. They work. That's all I can say. I've done it. They're fantastic. American owned and with over 100,000 happy customers, Freeze Pipe uses the thickest glass and market leading glycerin chambers for a smoother experience. You have to feel to believe. Ditch harsh smoke forever by visiting thefreezepipe.com. Use code DRENCHED for 10% off your order. That's thefreezepipe.com and code DRENCHED for 10% off. Shop today for free shipping and smoke like royalty without paying a king's ransom.
That's nice.
Yeah, that's important.
It's also funny. This is in the middle of an RFK interview.
I know. I was thinking that.
Let's take a break from talking to a presidential candidate and let's talk about Prize Picks. Prize Picks is America's #1 fantasy sports app with more than 5 million members. It is the most fun and exciting way to get in on the action. Oh, I thought you were laughing about something.
No.
While you watch your favorite sports and players, you just pick more or less on 2 or more player stats for a shot to win up to 100 times your cash. Testing my skills on Prize Picks this playoff basketball season is the most simple way to get in on the action. You just select 2 or more players, pick more or less on their projected stats, and submit your lineup. Prize Picks offers injury insurance so that your lineups they stay in play even if one of your players gets injured this basketball season. That's nice.
Yeah, that is.
If you have a player who exits the game in the first half and does not return in the second, Prize Picks will have your back and not count that as a loss.
Hell yeah.
Personal endorsement. I love it.
You got any more picks? You nailed it.
I mean,
dude.
I nailed it last week with DiVincenzo, but Kyrie's at 22.5. Luka's at 28.
I go
Wow.
Kyrie.
No, you mean
Above,
More.
more. My bad. Can't say that. More.
more.
I go more.
You're going more on Kyrie?
Yeah.
They're
Go
playing.
more.
Who are they playing? OKC, that's right. What's Gillis Alexander at? Is he on there? Don't be sorry, Sean.
Yeah, check it out, man.
Jesus Christ.
They do points, rebounds, and assists, and it's 44.5. That's pretty good.
Can I take the line?
combined.
Can I go
I'm
some
going to
more
go
or less?
Gilgis. I'm going Gilgis.
Gilgis.
More.
More. Nice. What
All
about
right.
rebounds? Can I do something else on rebounds?
Yeah, you totally.
It combines them. So you're taking Kyrie. Oh, wait. So Kyrie's 22 all combined?
No, they do just points as well.
Oh, okay.
That's the only option.
Betting
they
on
have
some,
for
or
Gilgeous
doing
is
more or
combined.
less on some bounds would be nice.
You can more or less bounce.
I want more or less on some bounds.
Who you more or less on bounce?
Sean Bradley.
All right.
Kyrie for sure.
Download the app today and use code DRENCHED for a first deposit match up to $100. Again, download the Prize Picks app and use code DRENCHED for a first deposit match up to $100. Pick more, pick less. It's that easy.
Fantastic. Here we go. Oh, yes. Shout out to our favorite sponsor, True Classic, for making us fellas look and feel good no matter how we move. Elevate your style this summer with True Classic, where timeless pieces meet modern comfort. Our favorite sponsor, True Classic,
You have
is
a
here to
timeless
help.
piece.
Is here to help you make it a summer to remember in clothes that you will never forget. Say goodbye to old, worn-out tees and hello to True Classic's ultra-comfortable essentials range. From fitted t-shirts, athleisure, jeans, sweaters, outerwear, and more. Make it a True Classic. Whether you're hitting the gym, relaxing at home, or exploring the globe, True Classic has you covered. They've already helped over 2 million men look great in their apparel, and now you can save big while you do so. Dude, honestly, True Classic has been storming my closet, and they might be my favorite tees out of all the tees.
True.
Hand on the Bible.
True.
When I put them on, if I closed my eyes and did just like a field test, I've been loving True Classics.
Classic.
I've been looking for the most comfortable tee, I should say. I almost said most expensive. I'm looking for the most comfortable. And they're
It's
up
going to
there.
be important to find a nice and comfortable tee, especially down here in the Texas sun.
I've been trying different tees, and they're actually very, very comfortable. For a limited time only, get 25% off when you shop now with my exclusive link at trueclassic.com/drenched. Designed to accentuate your best features, True Classic shirts are tailored for a perfect fit, snug in the arms and chest, with just the right amount of room in the midsection. The best part is that True Classic sells premium products at an affordable price. You can get their best-selling t-shirts, hoodies, jeans, and more in 3, 6, and 9 packs. Looking to dress up? Explore the short-sleeve button-ups for a relaxed yet polished summer look. Pair them with True Classic's authentic jeans for a laid-back vibe that never goes out of style. So if you're ready to upgrade your closet, shop now with my exclusive link at trueclassic.com/MSSP and save up to 25% off your first order. Discover the perfect blend of summer vibes and timeless elegance with True Classic. Shop now and elevate your summer wardrobe with ease.
Please elevate your summer wardrobe.
Also, I'll be in Indianapolis this weekend. Please come to Indianapolis. And then the Comedy Works, Denver. I'll be in Denver as well. Come to Denver and then go to mattmccusker.com for other places I'll be at doing stand-up. Please.
Yeah, ShaneMGillis.com for shows. And also May 23rd, tires.
You.
Thank you.
That's got to be crazy too, because you don't really have like a broadcast home where like Trump was getting kind of defended by Fox for a while, then like MSNBC would slam him, and Biden MSNBC would defend Biden. You get attacked from pretty much every major news organization, which is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of these new networks like News Nation that give me a platform.
The Hill, I realize.
The Hill, they like me, but then they turned on me on Gaza.
Oh yeah.
But I like watching them. I think that they're trying to play it straight. That they don't have an ideology really. But
Could I ask, what was it that they turned on you for Gaza?
well, they the woman who's on that show, Brianna, who was I think she was Bernie's press secretary, and she feels like she accepts the narrative that Israel. My understanding is that Israel has no legitimacy in the region, and that it doesn't have a right to defend itself, and that the war is in Gaza is sort of a war of aggression by Israel, and that they should be out.
Right. Yeah, you caught a lot of heat about the Israel stuff. Again, which goes to the, if you wanted to just read the room and just do the talking points, you could just be like, bam, 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 and get out and be the man.
That's a tough one. There's no real talking points on Israel.
Yeah. But if you were younger voters,
it's two clashing narratives, but
yeah,
the younger voters, the people of the anti-war movement, the left wing of the Democratic Party that was kind of starting to lean toward me, a lot of those people are believe that they're helping Palestine by supporting Hamas, which I don't think is a good way to look at it. I think you have to separate Hamas from Palestinians. I consider myself extremely pro-Palestinian, and I think leaving Gaza in the hands of Hamas is a non-starter. It means that nobody can really rebuild Gaza. It means that Hamas continues operating their kleptocracy there and, training the kids to hate, to kill, to invade Israel. I don't see that it's there's been 5 ceasefires, and every one of them Hamas has used to rearm, to regroup, to hoist the banner, and to attack again. And Hamas says that's what we're going to do. We're going to do October 7th, October 7th, October 7th until Israel's gone. Oh, they don't want any territorial concessions. There's nothing you can negotiate. In fact, in their charter, they have a number of provisions that say even negotiating with Israel is a violation of Islamic law. So I don't see how you sit down and how you just stop fighting if they've declared war. They've since 2006, they've shot an average of 2,000 missiles a year at Israel. This war has been going on for 21 years. It really started in 2001. And I don't see, that you just stop fighting. I don't understand it.
I heard a rumor that Netanyahu funded Hamas. You ever hear that rumor?
Israel did not create Hamas. Yeah. Hamas created itself, but Netanyahu has approved the funding of Hamas through Qatar, at least $1.5 billion and probably closer to $5 billion. And you don't have to speculate about his motives. Part of his motives was to keep peace. And this is what he'll say. We were buying them off to try to stop them from attacking us. But he also said very clearly at one point that it's better to support Hamas because as long as Hamas exists, they can't, the Gazan Palestinians won't make common cause with the West Bank, which is, because the Palestinian Authority, which runs the West Bank, is antagonistic to Hamas. And to keep them apart assures that there won't be a two-state solution. So I think Netanyahu was, part of his motive was to sabotage a two-state solution. And people say, okay, well, that was what he was doing, and therefore we should condemn all of Israel. But, he's one guy.
Yeah.
And, when George Bush and Dick Cheney were running this country, they did some pretty sketchy stuff, including invade a country that did nothing to us.
Yeah.
and destroy it. And yet, you know, we don't all hate America and say that we have no right to exist.
Fair point. That's a pretty fair point.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I always try to read about it, and no matter what I read, it's like swayed one way or the other deeply, and you're like, yeah, they get me all the time. But I know a lot of the independent younger YouTubers are pro-Palestine. But
yeah. The Dave Smith had a good one. Our friend Dave Smith, he's a libertarian Jewish man.
Oh, I know Dave Smith. I debated him.
Right.
I did an hour debate with him on Palestine.
He had a good tweet about it the other day about how the media now, like the media allowed, like the BLM, the protests that you know, they got pretty wild. They were all supporting that, but the second college students almost entirely peacefully protesting Israel, they are condemning across the board almost. And he was like, the reason it's simple is because the BLM protests made Trump look bad. The Palestine-Israel conflict makes Biden look bad. And that's why the media is clearly, I don't know. I thought that was interesting.
That is
I don't
amazing.
think I have a question there, but
No, it was a good point.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Right?
I think.
Yeah, no,
Did
I read the
articulate
same
that, or
thing.
am
I liked it
foolish?
too.
Yeah.
No, I liked it too, and it is true. It is kind of nuts.
What do you
They're
think of
like-
that?
I mean,
That's-
I think people should be able to peacefully protest, and that's part of the right of being an American. So when at some point does those protests become across the line? If you block students from going to class, if you block Jewish students from going to class, if you're occupying buildings, if you're trespassing, the university has a right to discipline you. The rights are very different if you're on a state school campus, because the state really should not be censoring anybody on the First Amendment. But if you're in a private school campus and you have community guidelines that protect, for example, non-white students, the same protection should be given to Jewish students.
Yeah, it sucks because the thing they do that I don't like with the Israel debates, if you're like, I don't like what Israel's doing in this case, or like you're anti-Semitic, you hate the Jews, and it's like, dude, I truly don't. But that's the one trap I think they fall into, where it's like, you must hate Jewish people, and it's like, no, dude, I just think that one particular instance is kind of bad. So
Yeah,
it's tough.
I feel like Israel is a democracy. It's the only democracy in the Middle East, and that part of the duty of living in a democracy is that you criticize your own government, and that we all have I don't know if an obligation, but we all have a right to criticize the government of Israel without being anti-Semitic. I think it turns into anti-Semitism when you're applying a double standard, when you're judging Israel by standards that you're not judging the neighboring countries or West Bank or Gaza. If you say, Israel is guilty of genocide, which clearly it is not. Israel, there were in 1948 when the Palestinians left Israel, 750,000 of them left. There's now 7.2 million. So it's the opposite of genocide. And if you look at the surrounding countries during that war, those countries expelled their Jewish populations. There's many of those countries, for example, Jordan, where there's not a single Jew. And the countries that still have, there's only, I think, 15,000 Jews remaining in all of those countries. And that is a genocide, and it's continuing. And those countries are also committing genocide, many of them against Christians, like real, organized, systematic, we're going to kill you if you don't leave. And that's not true in Israel. Israel, if you're a Palestinian in Israel, there's 1.8 million Palestinians who have Israeli citizenship, and they have all the rights of Jews. They vote in elections. They can run for the Knesset. There's 10 Arabs who are serving in the Knesset. They can run for prime minister. They serve on every level of the judiciary. In fact, 4 years ago, a district court judge who is Arab convicted an Israeli prime minister of corruption and put him in jail for 7 years. And that decision was upheld by an Arab judge on the Supreme Court. Nothing like that could happen in the West Bank. In fact, these protests, if you tried to do these kind of protests in the West Bank or Gaza, you would be killed. There's no free speech. There's no freedom of press. There's freedom. In fact, I think there's 27 states in the Middle East, and I think 26 of them have an official religion, and Israel is the only one that doesn't. Israel has freedom of religion. You can worship anybody you want in Israel without penalty. You can, people who are Arab or Druze or other nationalities and ethnicities, Shia or Sunni, have all the same rights as a Jew. So, saying that you're, saying that Israel commits genocide without talking about what's really happening around them is a double standard. And when you there's no freedom of the press. There's no, in West Bank or Gaza. If you even talk about these things, about opposing the leadership, your life is at risk. If you're gay, you get killed.
Heard that. Yeah.
If you're a woman, you have no rights. There's,
Yeah, I've heard they're pretty tough on that as well. What did Dave Smith say?
Tough on crime.
What did Dave Smith say?
What?
What did Dave Smith say to all that? What did he say? Nah.
Oh, well, we didn't, Dave is a very smart guy.
Yeah.
He's, and that's why I wanted to talk to him about this. Because, I wanted to talk to them. I think he's probably the smartest guy out there on that, from that point of view. Oh, he avoided a lot of these. Our conversation avoided a lot of those issues. And I think it was much narrower conversation, I think.
Yeah, those debates spin off into like in 1942, the Jersey, blah, 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 and they did this, and the Battle of blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, they should really, put that into more of a ceasefire. But it is tough because,
it's hard to talk about the issue without talking about the history.
Yeah.
Because it goes, there's kind of an assumption that Israel is not a legitimate country somehow. And that all of those countries were created by the British and the French after World War I when they cut up the Ottoman Empire. And Woodrow Wilson had said to them, I will only participate in this war if the people who are living in those countries get to govern those countries. So Britain was given the leadership over the administration of the Palestinian Mandate, which was Palestine, which was one of the bigger chunks of the Ottoman Empire. And Britain made a decision. They actually went and interviewed people, and they interviewed the Jews and the Arab. There was a Jewish population and an Arab population, and the Jews are always been a second-class race. They were called dhimmis since Muhammad conquest. And the Muslim leader, whose name was Mufti al-Husani, said, if this is all our land, there's nothing here for the Jews, and we don't even want a state even a mile wide for Jews. And any Jew that stays here will have second-class citizenship. So the British said the Jews had helped the British in World War I and World War II, and the Arabs had been against them. Oh, the Jews had taken Israel's promise that we're going to give you your homeland here. They said they were going to give them all of Palestine. Instead, they gave 85% of Palestine to Arabs, and they gave them a little sliver, about 10 to 15%. And so Israel, but all of those nations were created out of whole cloth, and none of them made any sense. I mean, Syria had a Kurdish population in it that was never given a homeland. The Christians were given a homeland in Lebanon because there's a lot of Maronite Christians, so they were given their own homeland. The Jews were given up a small, tiny little homeland in Palestine, which is, where there had been a Jewish presence there for 2,700 years. The Arabs were given most of it. And but there's a feeling among the Arabs that Jews shouldn't have any of it, and that's really what this dispute is about.
How could we end it?
Nukes. No.
Listen,
They keep bringing that shit up.
I know.
The thing is that Israel is at peace with two of its neighbors. When I was growing up, it was inconceivable that Israel would ever have a peace agreement with Jordan or Egypt. And it has peace agreements. Now you have the Abraham Accords that are three more nations that want to make peace with Israel. And it appeared that Saudi Arabia also wants to join the Abraham Accords. And, Saudi Arabia did something really interesting, which is after 9/11, because Saudi Arabia had a very, very radicalized population. And those were the people, I think 26 of the hijackers on 9/11 were Saudis, because they had these Wahhabi, this strain of Wahhabism, which is a very radical form of Islam and jihadist form. And the Saudi Arabian government had encouraged it. And But after 9/11, they were critiqued all over the world, and they made a decision: we're going to de-radicalize, and they put in place all of these programs to de-radicalize their population, and it worked. And so I think the ultimate solution is economic development. We need, Gaza should be one of the richest, most pleasant places to live in the world. It has miles of white sand beaches. It's the beautiful bluffs. It has the richest agricultural land. It has a foot of topsoil. It's an oasis, so it has abundant fresh water. It has a port that is at the confluence of the Mediterranean Sea and the Suez Canal and all the trade routes from Africa, Mideast, Asia, and Europe. It should be the Singapore of the West. And if you had people who are focused on economic development, this place would be thriving. But instead, all of the money that they get, they steal. The top guy at Hamas, Ismail Haniyeh, has a net worth of $5 billion, which he's stolen every penny of it. His two lieutenants have a net worth collectively of $6 billion. And all the other money they get, they spend building an underground city, 300 miles of tunnel. Imagine the innovative and the entrepreneurial and the resourcefulness of these people to be able to make 300 miles of tunnels under their city. And all that's gone to war. What if you put that resourcefulness to work actually building a society that people could be proud of, which is what the Jews did. The Jews took a piece of Israel, of Palestine, a little tiny sliver 9 miles across, and it's now got one of the highest GDPs in the world. And it was barren wasteland for thousands of years. And, the people in Gaza have that capacity. And I think if the world comes together around them and says, we're not going to tolerate Hamas anymore, we're going to create a Marshall Plan so that, you and your children and generations of children can thrive. This is what we did after World War II. The Nazis ran Germany. We denazified them, and now they're the richest country in Europe, and nobody worries about them going to war because we got rid of that ideology. The same thing happened in Japan. It's the richest, Japan, I think, third richest country in the world. So, I think you can de-radicalize them with good leadership. The problem is that, there's some institutions there, including the United Nations, that have actually amplified the problem rather than trying to solve it.
That's a good answer.
The regime
So
changes.
far, is this your funniest interview that you've ever done?
This is good.
No, that's good.
But the regime changes in Germany and Japan, that was a pretty heavy cost.
I mean, we
It's gonna be
killed
harder to-
2 million German civilians.
Yeah. It's going to be harder. It's difficult to do that.
Well, but it's a much smaller country, right? So, it did come at a heavy cost, but I think to me, you have to get rid of it. Step one is they have to get rid of Hamas, because let's say Israel left right now. Israel left Lebanon, and and Lebanon immediately Hezbollah became the hero and the kind of the world, became 10 times as powerful because it looked like they had defeated Israel militarily. So if Israel leaves right now, it makes Hamas 10 times as powerful, and then they leave an enemy at their border that they know is just rebuilding for the next attack, and that is not going to negotiate with them. It will not be satisfied with any outcome except the annihilation of Israel. So I think you have to get rid of that ideology. And at the end of World War II, Roosevelt and Churchill met at Casablanca to decide what was going to happen. This was after the Normandy invasion. They knew that they had the capacity then to destroy Germany. And Churchill said, we should not do an unconditional surrender. Because if we do that, then every German is going to fight to the death. And Roosevelt said, if we don't do unconditional surrender and we don't denazify Germany, they're going to come back in 10 years and do it again. As soon as they get another generation, they're going to come back. You got to denazify them. Oh, I think the same argument applies to Hamas, is that you got to get rid of them in order to give the Palestinians a chance to really rebuild their country. And then the whole world has to come to their aid and start, incentivizing economic development rather than, the devotion, the commitment to all of their human and financial resources to a war machine. After World War II, we had between 1944 and 1948, we did the Marshall Plan in Europe, and there were 17 countries in Europe. We rebuilt them all. And we rebuilt them. The amount of money that we gave for the Marshall Plan was $626 per capita, per person in all of those countries over a 4-year period. And in 2023 dollars. So it was $42 at that point. Today it's $626. We've given over the past 20 years $8,600 to every Palestinian. And yet they're worse off than when we found them. Why? Because all that money's been used, either stolen or used to build a war machine. And so, it's just throwing money down a rabbit hole instead of building a society that makes people proud, that, makes people hopeful about their future, that gives them power in the world and sovereignty over their own destinies. And that's what we need to do for the Palestinian people.
Yeah, it's just tough now. Like in World War II, you could people go to war and they'd be like, oh yeah, whatever. It just is what it is. Now with there's footage, there's babies dead. It's all of it can just be spun into just you don't know what's what.
You're seeing it on social media.
Yeah, and you're just this is terrible. So like you were saying, if you have to, take military intervention to remove Hamas, Shane's you have to kill hundreds of thousands of people. It's I feel like people feel they see the effects of war more acutely now. So it just seems
they do a good job of keeping the Ukrainian footage out.
Yeah,
you don't see that.
Yeah, I guess you really don't.
I think that's interesting.
I haven't seen. You don't see any of it at all.
Rarely, you see some drone operating footage, but there's really not that much online about what's going on in Ukraine.
That's weird.
Yeah,
compared to Israel Palestine.
There's videos. They're everywhere.
Yeah.
Terrible.
I don't know.
You know what? I mean, there's much worse wars going on right now than Ukraine.
Yeah.
I mean, I think there's been 300,000 kids killed in Yemen.
Yeah.
And, we're supporting that war and nobody complains about it.
Yeah.
And, then there's in Syria, the same thing. What they did to the Kurdish population in Syria and Iraq, we killed 500,000 kids. With the sanctions and with the war, 500,000 children died.
Yeah.
To get rid of a guy who never did anything to us.
Oh, terrible.
So so we do have to ask ourselves, and there's conflicts all over the world right now that are worse than what's happening in Gaza. And why is nobody complaining? Why don't we have protests? Do we only protest when there's Jews involved? Or, do we care about all these other places where Muslims are being killed? The Uyghurs in China, all over there are slaughters taking place of Muslims and evictions taking place, and nobody's complaining about them. But it's just one place where they complain, and that's when, it happens to be when the one Jewish nation in the world. And by the way, people say, when they say Israel is an apartheid state, how can you say that when every nation in the region has actual apartheid rules and Israel is the only one that doesn't? The apartheid was in South Africa and there was 143 rules that were race-based and that punished minority races or give them, and Gaza has that. In the West Bank, it's the death penalty for selling property to a Jew. In Jordan, it's the death penalty for selling property to a Jew. Why aren't people complaining about the apartheid state in Jordan? Or,
Yeah, they set the bar pretty low over in the Middle East. They set the bar pretty low in the Middle East.
And that's what
really
I mean by a double standard.
Yeah,
if you're,
it's bad.
There's a famous story about the guy who is the president of Harvard. I think his name Richard Lowell in the 1920s, and he was trying to get, Harvard was the first Ivy League school that let Jews in. And he was trying to get rid of all the Jews at Harvard. So he made the applications by Jews much, much more rigorous than the application process for other people. And he was asked, why are you doing that? And he said, because Jews cheat. And people would say to him, well, other people cheat too. And he'd say, you're trying to change the subject. I'm talking about the Jews. So
this is the president of Harvard.
That is the kind of level of conversation that you have when you say, well, Jordan kills people executes people for selling land to Jews. Stop talking about Jordan. I want to talk about Israel.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Because there is everyone. It's taken for granted. Like, oh yeah, they throw people off roofs and stuff. Like we all know that. Obviously.
Also, thankfully, Harvard has since changed their racial acceptance policy.
Yeah, true. They use it against Chinese people.
A real quick one. What's going on in Haiti? Are we going to help Haiti ever figure out what's going on down there?
I mean, every time we've intervened in Haiti, it's made Haiti worse off. But, it's the poorest country in the hemisphere, and it's in total chaos right now. I'll tell you an interesting story about Haiti. And Haiti was it was the pearl of the Caribbean. It was the richest colony that France owned. And during the Revolutionary War, France came over, sent armies over, and helped us win the revolution. They had a couple of battalions that were all black from Haiti that came over here and fought. And those guys saw what was happening in America, and they said, we can do the same thing. So they went back to Haiti, and they started a revolution against the French. At that time, there were Americans who were coming down the Ohio River into onto the Mississippi and invading New Orleans, which was a French possession. So there were Americans flooding into New Orleans, and the French were worried that the Americans were going to take New Orleans away. So it sent the biggest fleet in history over to New Orleans to get rid of all the Americans. And they said, on our way, we're going to stop in Haiti and suppress this rebellion. They stopped in Haiti, and the Haitians wiped them out. Along with yellow fever, they destroyed the French army, the French military, and the French had to go limp back to France without ever going to New Orleans. And when they got back to France, they had bankrupted the country. And so Napoleon had to sell New Orleans, the Louisiana Purchase, to America for, I think, $28 million. Damn. And it was Haiti that really created, in that way, that played such a key role in creating our country. And the Haitians expected support from us because they were the second place in the world that had a revolution against colonialism. They were trying to start a democracy. But the slave owners in the American South were very, very worried about the example. So so the U.S. government therefore boycotted and starved Haiti, and that was the beginning of the destruction because it was the richest island in the Caribbean in the world. And because of that, because they were being starved to death, they had to cut down all the trees, and the soil eroded, and you had this cycle where the U.S. then goes in and invades periodically with the Marines, and every time just takes a little more out of Haiti. So it's a sad example of U.S. foreign policy.
That's pretty terrible. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Haiti's. There's a good podcast on it, Revolutions, about the Haitian Revolution. It's pretty awesome. I know you're running out of time. I understand.
Yeah, true.
I understand. But yeah, we should help them out. Don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah,
True.
we gotta help our neighbors out.
Yeah, that'd be awesome to do.
Work on those cartels a little. So let's figure it out.
I have one quick question left. So I don't think You've never voted before, have you?
No.
Neither of us have ever voted before. How do you do it? How do we vote? I know we got to fill out a form online to register. How do you actually vote?
I've never done it before.
How do you vote? Yeah. How old are you?
38.
And you never
I
voted?
told you my generation is dispossessed. You don't make fun of me.
I'll tell you what. You don't need an ID.
You don't need an ID.
You definitely don't need an ID. That would be racist.
True.
Wouldn't it be racist if you need an ID?
It would.
Anyway, I'm gonna go.
No, I'm
to
just
the bar.
kidding. We go online.
Those racist bastards better not check my ID at the
True.
bar.
True.
You
I
know-
know how you do it. You go online, fill it out, and then go in there.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things I'm going to do when I get into the White House is the first day I'm going to order the passport office or order the post office and the State Department to issue passport cards to every American who can't afford them. Because right now there's a lot of Americans who don't have ID. They don't have a government issued photo ID. Mainly they're people, they're elderly. They're all Democratic constituency. They're elderly people whose licenses have expired. They're young college students who can't get a license. I mean, who haven't gotten a license yet. Because that whole generation. I mean, when I was, the day I was 16th birthday, I had my driver's license.
Yeah.
And
I currently have an expired license, and it's hard to
You
get.
do?
It's hard to get an ID in Texas.
yeah,
You have to sign up like 3 months in advance.
yeah. And
then
it's a nightmare to go
forget
to
to go.
DMV.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to do that.
Yeah.
And then there are minorities in cities who don't have driver's license because they don't have a car. So that's why the Democratic Party does not want voter ID at the voting booth. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, and nobody wants to go to DMV, but there's 30,000 post offices, and anybody who is a U.S. citizen ought to be able to go there and get a government-issued photo ID. Al Sharpton and Andrew Young have said, if I do that, they will waive any objection to requiring a ID at the voting booth. So that will diffuse this huge tension between Republicans and Democrats. About, you don't want ID at the voting booth. We do. Obviously, we should have ID. And I understand why the Democrats don't like it because it disenfranchises millions of their voters. We could solve that problem that way. The other thing is, if you don't have a driver's license or a government-issued photo ID, you're a second-class citizen. You can't open a bank account. You can't go to get on an airplane. You can't stay in a hotel. You can't see your kid at school. So it will solve problems for a lot of other people. And then right now it's illegal to employ an illegal alien, an undocumented alien. But people do it anyway because all you have to do is check out a box. It says, I saw their Social Security card. Well, Social Security cards are easily fabricated. They're used on job sites in New York. They're passed hand to hand, so everybody just shows them to the boss, and then they pay him in cash at the end of the day. And nobody ever gets arrested for hiring an undocumented. What I'm going to do is say everybody has to show a government-issued photo ID at a job site, or the employer goes to jail, and that will shut down the border. Because everybody's coming through that border because they want a job. If they know you cannot get a job in the United States unless you have a government-issued photo ID, they're not going to be flocking there anymore.
Yeah, it seems like a pretty simple. I don't know. That's crazy. They've never done that before. Never even thought of that either. I was like, well, you just can't get one. Sorry.
Yeah.
Just print them out. It's a good idea.
I think we have to wrap it up. Thank you very much. This was
Thank you so much.
Shane, Matt, thank you so much for having me. I'm sorry I wasn't a funnier.
No, you're
that's
great.
okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, dude,
it was
you were great. That was awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.